Honor and pleasure to welcome you to the ETNow.in Realty Conclave and Awards. Now, amidst all the global volatility that surrounds us, the Indian economy has demonstrated remarkable resilience, with consumer confidence now at an all-time high. And one of the biggest beneficiaries, perhaps, of this sentiment has been the domestic real estate landscape, which is expected to touch $1 trillion by the year 2030. But what are the demand drivers in play here? And what's the growth outlook for 2024 and well beyond? What's the key to developing superior living spaces? And how does one even begin to build brand loyalty in this business? Well, today we wanted to take the opportunity to tackle some of these very topics and talk industry trends, insights, and opportunities with all of you. But we also wanted to salute and celebrate industry movers and shakers, such as yourselves, as you continue to shape the rapidly evolving future of the real estate landscape. And it's with this spirit in mind that the ETNow.in Realty Conclave and Awards were originally conceptualized. It's also worth mentioning that this conclave and awards stems from a collaborative effort supported by an ecosystem of partners. And I'd simply like to take a moment to acknowledge them. Our presenting partner, One Extel Communication Media. Huge round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. We're powered by Eins Technic. Our industry knowledge partner, NAREDCO, Indian Institute of Interior Designers, Delhi Regional Chapter, and the Indian Institute of Architects. Our associate sponsors, Invest2Expert.com, Teamology, and Primix Media Services. Our publicity partner, Vigor Media Worldwide, our gifting partner, Shahnaz Hussain, and our outdoor media partner, Heights Group. But I'd especially like to thank all of you, because the combined wealth of knowledge in this very room assures me that we have a very exciting evening of conversations ahead of us. But now, before we kickstart the evening, I'd like to offer you a quick glimpse of what's in store tonight. Have a look. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, to set the tone for the evening, I'd like to now invite on stage a very special guest. Please put your hands together for the President and Chief Operating Officer of Times Network, Mr. Rohit Chadda. Huge round of applause, please. Rohit, the floor is yours.
Honorable Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Real Estate Conclave and Awards function organized by ETNow.in, our flagship digital business news brand from Times Network. ETNow.in was launched just 16 months ago and has already reached 100 million users in this short period of time. Today marks a significant milestone as we host our first on-ground event bringing together industry leaders, innovators, influencers in the real estate sector. Real estate is not just a pillar of India's economy. It is a cornerstone of our nation's growth story. Contributing about 7% to India's GDP and expected to reach $1 trillion by 2030, this sector plays a pivotal role in urban development and infrastructure. By 2047, it's expected to expand to $5 trillion, raising its GDP share by 15%. The impact of real estate on job creation and economic growth cannot be overstated. It generates millions of jobs and drives numerous ancillary industries, making it a vital component of our economic engine. In the past decade, real estate has been transformed by smart cities and sustainable buildings. New construction techniques and PropTech have revolutionized property design, building, and management, boosting efficiency, sustainability, and living standards. Government initiatives such as the Smart Cities Mission, RERA, and affordable housing schemes have significantly advanced the sector. These policies enhance transparency, accountability, and accessibility, fostering growth and development. The growth opportunities in affordable housing and commercial real estate have been phenomenal. Recent data from Magic Bricks shows a 6.9% increase in residential demand and 2.9% rise in prices in Q1 2024, with Noida, Greater Noida, and Chennai leading the way. As cities expand and new urban centers emerge, the demand for quality housing and commercial spaces continues to rise. This growth is a testament to the vision, dedication, and hard work of developers, investors, policymakers, and consumers. It underscores the importance of collaboration among all stakeholders in shaping a vibrant and dynamic real estate sector. At Times Network, we are committed to promoting excellence in real estate. We recognize the outstanding contributions of individuals and organizations that drive innovation and excellence in this field. Tonight's award function, with over 35 categories and 100 nominations, is a celebration of these achievements and a testament to the spirit of collaboration and innovation that defines the real estate sector. In closing, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for being here today. Your presence is a reflection of your commitment to the growth and development of the real estate industry. Together, let us continue to build a brighter, more sustainable future for our cities and communities. Thank you, and enjoy the evening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chadda, for so beautifully setting the tone. And I'd ask that you please remain with us on stage because I'd like to build on that momentum. And I ask that we now initiate the evening with the lighting of the inaugural lamp, as we do for all auspicious occasions. Likewise, if I could please invite on stage the distinguished dignitaries among us to help do the honors. We have with us Shri J.P. Dalal, Minister of Finance and Town and Country Planning and Estates, Government of Haryana. Huge round of applause. Sir, I ask that you please kindly join us on stage in doing the honors. It is indeed a pleasure. We are truly humbled. Shri G. Haribabu, President of the National Real Estate Development Council, or NAREDCO. Huge round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. And Shri Anand Kumar, Chairman of the Delhi Real Estate Regulatory Authority, or Delhi RERA. Sir, we ask that you please walk towards the lamp and inaugurate the evening. Gentlemen, if you could please go to the lamp towards your left and kick off the evening to a very auspicious start. Wonderful. Thank you, gentlemen. Once again, we are truly honored to have some of the most influential voices in the industry among us. And you'll be hearing from each one of them as the evening continues to progress. Now, the domestic real estate sector has witnessed its fair share of setbacks and comebacks. And against this very backdrop, NAREDCO or the National Real Estate Development Council, has always served as a platform for the government, a platform for the real estate industry, and a platform for the general public that truly represents their voice. NAREDCO was established in 1998 as an autonomous, self-regulatory national body under the patronage of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Government of India. Shri Hardeep Singh Puri, Honorable Union Minister for Housing and Urban Affairs, Government of India, serves as the chief patron of NAREDCO, with Shri Hari Babu as president and Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani as chairman and Shri Nanjan Bandlekar as vice chairman. Currently, NAREDCO has over 10,000 plus members pan-India, with its state NAREDCO chapters all over the country. And hence we thought it was only appropriate to call upon the president of NAREDCO, Shri G. Hari Babu, to deliver the special address this evening here at the ET Now and Realty Conclave and Awards. Sir, if I could ask that you please approach the dais and do us the honor.
Good evening to everyone, and more particularly the award winners, 35 award winners are here. So, winning award makes you more responsible for getting the next award. So, getting the award means you are more responsible to your customers, and always is a passion to win awards. So, once again, I congratulate all the winners of the awardees. Coming to we as NAREDCO, we are bridge between the government and builders. Whatever our builders are suffering in ease of doing business or some other taxation problems or litigation cases and all these things, we represent to the government and the government will support us. As now coming days and the last 5 years we are seeing the affordable housing, everybody is talking when we are talking about 80s back, 90s back, housing for all, from housing for all to affordable housing for all. From there, again, added one more thing, sustainable affordable housing for all. And later, it is added another, this thing, happy, sustainable, affordable housing for all. We are adding to the affordable housing so many things. But what is in reality? In reality is actually in some states, for example, like where I come from, Hyderabad, Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh, where the affordable housing sales in 2022 is almost like 6,000 numbers, got reduced to 3,700 numbers in 23. The reasons is restriction of 60 square meters and also restriction of 45 lakhs. So 600 square meters carpet area to be constructed within the 45 lakhs is becoming impossible because of the land cost taking place in the last 7-8 years. In 7-8 years, the increase of the land cost is almost like 3 to 4 times in some of the cities. Due to this, even builders are not coming forward to build this one. Another thing is, it is generating another black and white problems. So, we requested the government to increase this 45 lakhs to 60 lakhs because 45 lakhs figure was fixed at almost like 7 years back. You know the general inflation itself going on around 6%. So last 8 years, 6% inflation has not matched to the requirement. There is one still long pending from the ministry, finance ministry side. One more thing, the interest rates were about 6.25 before the COVID, 6.5, 6.75 for the 25 lakhs bracket. Now it is increased 5 times, 6 times by RBI, and it is increased to almost like 8.75% today. So taking about 45 lakhs and 35 lakhs to 40 lakhs loan, because 80% are eligible, most of the people, the burden on the interest is becoming too much for the common man. The 45 lakh segment people know a lakh of rupees salaries between a wife and husband. Those are the people actually buying this affordable housing. For them, the monthly EMIs are coming very expensive. We requested the government to compensate, at least now, see, we are all looking for the, last 3-4 years, trend is, instead of affordable housing getting reduced by 15%, the luxury segment has increased by 15%. The luxury segment means not 1 crore, 2 crores level, even 3 crores, 5 crores, 10 crores apartments. Even sometimes some places 15 crores apartments also. The number of units sold are increasing every year. The area of the luxury houses also increasing. A 3-bedroom initial days 5-6 years back is about 1800 square feet full area and about 1100 square feet, 1200 square feet carpet area. Now nobody is asking for the 1100 square feet. They want at least 1500 square feet as carpet area and 2500 is the total saleable area. One is increasing the area, the another is increasing the numbers. That is making the entire economy going in the number wise full this thing. What we have to do for the affordable housing, because now what we are serving as a builders, we are constructing about 7 lakh units all over the India. And in that 7 lakhs, 4 lakh units are in the top 7 cities. So, do you think only 7 lakhs is good enough for entire India? No. Actually, we need at least another 7 lakh units which are actually meant for the affordable housing people. That is actually we call as the Aam Aadmi. Are we serving to the Aam Aadmi? According to me, no. Maybe we have to say, because it is a ET and the Times, I want to give this message to government. Not because for you, because the government has to think in that fashion. My request, already we have given the request to the finance minister also, particularly about interest. At least for affordable housing, the first 20 lakhs or 25 lakhs loan should be given at 5% for 5 years. Because then on the inflation cost and other costs will be taken care of by them. And first 5 years, their EMI will be under control. So 20-25 lakhs loan amount giving by 5%, what government is losing is only 1.5% if RBI, this thing, because 6.5, 6.75 is the RBI, this one. That 1.5% losing of the interest amount doesn't make much difference for the government, because the registration cost and the this GST, what we are giving, is much more to the government. If you look at the, I'll give 2 states example. One is Mumbai. Last year, 50,000 crores the stamp and cess on the real estate. 50,000 crores direct to the state government exchequer. In addition to that, we are giving 5% of the GST on sales. And third thing is, while construction is going on, we are giving almost like 17% of the 16% to 17% of the GST amount again to the government while construction. That means there are 3 things are coming. Of course, fourth one is the builder's profit, we are paying the income tax. Altogether, we builders are giving 37 to 38% of the total cost of the apartment goes to government exchequer. That is a huge money, no industry will give that much money. And another thing is we are giving lot of employment to the people. And, but you know very well the quality employment of the Indian masonry or Indian labor force is not up to mark compared to the international. We are actually thinking of giving the skill development program through our NAREDCO. We started good, and 2-3 years it went very well, and then Government of India stopped the funds to the for the skill development. The reasons, I don't know. Whether they thought skilling is already over for entire 17 crores, 18 crores population of our workforce. No, it is started actually 0.001% people only. It went to only that level. We need to do the lot of skill development program. What is the advantage for the government also? I'm telling. Once we have the skill development people, skilling people, we can really, I don't use the export, but there are a lot of countries are looking for the skill development, skilled people in the construction industry. Today, Israel is asking for the lot of people. London is, UK is asking, Canada is asking. All the governments, all throughout the world, they want skilled labor force. By sending these people, at least there are a lot of unemployment here. Unemployment, as we know, 17% of the youth is unemployed. In certain states like Andhra Pradesh, we have 24%, 25% youth is unemployed. All this unemployment, by skilling, by giving the more skill to these people, we can do lot of service to the entire world, and also in the exchange, we get the lot of foreign exchange. Earning the foreign exchange is another benefit to the government, because once you have the more foreign exchange money, whatever we are importing, on that you are going to get 35% to 40% exchequer demand. That means a worker going to the Kuwait and sending the money here, who is the best beneficiary? Is family is number one, number two is government. In such, see, these are the small things, it looks like that, but it makes huge difference. And we have about today, under 25, almost like 45 to 50% of the population. We are one of the richest young population in India. But where is the skilling? Do you think all our people are having a good skill? Just by passing the engineering degree, how many people are knows even who is the Prime Minister of India? When interviews are going on, even some of the engineering students doesn't know what is the ABCD of the general information also. And in the trade, something is missing completely. It is only a bookish knowledge, something to pass the exam. So that is the reason today 38% of IIT students are unemployed. They are not getting any college admissions time. 38% IITs. It is a huge number. IIT student means they are supposed to get immediate job. But are we getting today? No. 38% is huge, this thing. And that is the general, what is the request to the government, skilling side and affordable housing side. We need some support from the government of India, and state governments also should reduce their stamp duty. From nowadays, some states are charging 7% to 9%, 10%, even for affordable housing. That is too much burden for the affordable housing people. So we request both the governments to reduce and give something good to the common man. The another biggest problem what we are seeing is, maybe because of the votes or anything, government want to build and give something to the free. For example, Telangana state government has started an innovative program of giving 525 square feet apartment, own land, constructed and everything, and then they want to give to free, which is costing for the government, including the land cost, if you take from 15 lakhs to 25 lakhs. 15 to 25 lakhs to giving free to one family. How many families you can give? You cannot give for everybody. It is only like, it is announcing on the paper, giving the publicity and vote catching, all these things are happening. But practically they started 10 years back, the 3 lakh numbers. Even today, they are not delivered even 1.5 lakh, 2 lakhs. See, we cannot, government is looking for so many alternatives, but giving free is also not possible. Same scheme, they would have given 5 lakh subsidy on each or 3 lakh subsidy, and they would have arranged some 10 lakhs or 8 lakhs loan and free land. It would have gone to the millions of people. Same numbers, 3 lakhs would have gone to the 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs people. But somehow each government is looking different this thing. Central government has to come forward and say, these policies should be like this, and they have to give the guidelines. See, like RERA, why RERA has come into the picture because of so many builders are doing the bad, and the central government has brought this act and implemented all over India. Like that, the general policies about giving free housing or free something also, we should get some political agreement and then give it to all the people. Wherever the possibility is there, many people should get the same benefits. Coming to the market in India about the residential. Last year comparatively 22 to 23, most of the states, most of the top 7 cities, I would say 6 cities have done fantastic job. 15% growth to 32%, 33% growth by numbers. That means about 10,000 numbers they sold 22 first quarter, 23 first quarter, 24 first quarter, the 10,000 has gone to almost like 13,000 numbers. Bombay, almost like a 27% increase in the numbers, and Bengaluru is almost like 32, 33%. Calcutta, Chennai, everything is done except Hyderabad. Hyderabad, 5.76% is the numbers-wise growth, because Hyderabad started growing from last 2015, 2016 onwards. There is a lot, 8 years continuously growth is there. So there is a saturation point has come, and another thing is also the land cost in Hyderabad has jumped almost like 5 times, 6 times in the last 8 years. From 12 crores it was auctioned in 2015-16, it jumped to 100 crores in the recent auction by government. So 100 crores. The government is also looking, making money in the land. Last year, Telangana government got 22,000 crores worth of money by selling the Vonyi land. That is the fourth biggest exchequer for the government. That means government has started doing business in the land business also, and selling more land by auction, and by that increasing the land cost. And the same land was sold by private people in the same year, just by months before, for 40 crores. Can you believe it? It's 40 crores in that area. It jumped by the auction to 100 crores. The moment it has gone to 100 crores, even private people want to increase their prices. There is a natural greediness will be there for everybody. So nobody wants to reduce their profits. So this is the increase of the properties, or number of units are increasing, and the number of units are increasing almost an average by 7 cities, almost 22-23%. But however, the unsold inventory is also increasing. Particularly unsold inventory is increasing in Delhi and Mumbai and Hyderabad. Hyderabad inventory is almost like, can you believe it, is a 4-year stock, 1,20,000 numbers. Yeah, so 1,20,000 numbers has increased, and the sales is about 36,000, almost 3.5 years stock, and a 2.5 years stock in Mumbai, and a 2 years stock in Delhi, like that. Other states are comfortable, 1.1 to 1.3 years. So we are seeing the goodness of the increasing of the sales, and on the other side, unsold stock is also increasing. So I request all our builders to match this one, see that city to city, and their business has to be little, if the overstock is there, then you cannot sell. Then again, that last time what happened in Delhi, last 7 years back, 8 years back, the same problem will be starting in other places also. So my time is up now. So I have to give a lot of, because Minister Sir is there here, he is also from BJP. Whatever we have expressed, please communicate to the government, sir, and do something for the affordable housing people, for the Aam Aadmi ke liye. See, entire governments are working for Aam Aadmi. And also, we want another ease of doing business, sir. So we don't want any money or concessions from the government. We want ease of doing business in all places. So these two are my requests, and thank you very much. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Babu, for adding that depth and breadth to the conversation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we're gathered here today to debate and deliberate the future outlook of India's real estate sector, it's an honor to now welcome a distinguished pioneer who's played an incredibly pivotal role in shaping the urban landscape of Haryana. Our esteemed chief guest has been instrumental in driving innovative policies and initiatives that have dramatically transformed the state's growth and development trajectory. His insights on the blueprint for urban planning and real estate in India will most certainly provide us with an invaluable perspective. So it's with great pleasure that I'd like to now invite Shri J.P. Dalal, Minister of Finance and Town and Country Planning and Estates, Government of Haryana, to kindly please deliver the keynote address. And before we hear from him, if I could please invite Mr. Rohit Chadda back on stage, sir, to felicitate the Honorable Minister this evening. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Minister, over to you.
ET नाउ कनक्लेव जो रियल्टी से संबंधित है, इसमें उपस्थित हमारे सभी मीडिया के लोग, रियल एस्टेट से संबंधित बिल्डर भाई और साथियों, मेरा सौभाग्य है कि आपने मुझे यहाँ पर आमंत्रित किया और मैं समझता हूं कि रियल एस्टेट जो है देश की डेवलपमेंट में एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण स्थान रखता है। हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 2047 एक विकसित भारत का संकल्प लिया है और उसके लिए पूरी तरह से डेवलप्ड, जिसमें इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर अच्छा हो, हर आदमी के पास घर हो, सभी सुविधाएं से युक्त सारी मूलभूत इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हो और स्मार्ट सिटी हो। ये सपना पूरा करने में सरकार और आप लोगों का पूरा तालमेल हो, तभी ये संभव हो सकता है। रियल एस्टेट से जुड़ी हुई जो संस्था है NAREDCO, हरि बाबू जी जिसके अभी इसके बारे में बता रहे थे, मैं समझता हूं कि ये बिल्डर्स और सरकार के बीच में एक तालमेल करने के लिए अच्छी संस्था है और हरियाणा सरकार जब भी कोई सुझाव आपसे आता है बड़ी गंभीरता से उस पर विचार करती है और जहाँ तक संभव होता है उसको मानती भी है। हरियाणा के अंदर पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टिसिपेशन से गुड़गांव का बहुत ज़्यादा डेवलपमेंट हुआ है। एक पूरा मिलेनियम सिटी जो निकला है, इसमें देश के बिल्डर्स का बड़ा सहयोग है, डेवलपर का बड़ा सहयोग है और जो गुड़गांव की डेवलपमेंट है वो एक बेंचमार्क है। वर्ल्ड क्लास यहाँ पर सारी ऑफिस स्पेस हैं, वर्ल्ड क्लास यहाँ पर अपार्टमेंट हैं, गोल्फ कोर्स हैं, तो बहुत सारी जो सुविधाएं दुनिया में कहीं भी होती हैं वो यहाँ पर उपलब्ध हैं। हरियाणा सरकार उसने भी जो रेरा का कानून हुआ पास उसको लागू किया, 2 अपने अथॉरिटी बनाई, गुड़गांव के लिए एक अथॉरिटी और पंचकुला के लिए दूसरी अथॉरिटी, और सुविधाएं देने के लिए कि आपको अप्रूवल्स लोकल लेवल पर हो जाएं। शहरों की अलग से हमने GMDA, FMDA, सोनीपत की डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी, अम्बाला की, पंचकुला की, हिसार की, ये अथॉरिटीज़ हमने बनाई हैं और कोशिश की है कि आपको अप्रूवल लोकल लेवल पर मिल जाए। इससे जो चंडीगढ़ आपको आना जाना या गवर्नमेंट का मिनिमम इंटरफेरेंस हो और लोकल लेवल पर ऑफिसर जो हैं आपको अप्रूवल दें। ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस के लिए हमने बहुत सारी अप्रूवल्स को टाइम बाउंड किया है और इसके लिए अलग से एक अथॉरिटी बनाई है हमने कि अगर कोई वक्त पर आपको अप्रूवल नहीं मिलती तो ऑटोमेटिक मोड में अप्रूवल डीम्ड अप्रूवल मानी जाएगी और कोई अगर अधिकारी टाइम बाउंड उसके अंदर नहीं कार्रवाई करता तो हम उसके अंदर कार्रवाई भी करते हैं। हमारा मकसद यही है कि सरकार का इंटरफेरेंस कम से कम हो, अप्रूवल्स टाइम पर हों और करप्शन की संभावनाएं कम से कम हो। और उसी का परिणाम है कि बहुत सारे जो बिल्डर्स हमारे हरियाणा के अंदर काम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन चैलेंज भी है। चैलेंज है लैंड प्राइसेस, लैंड एग्रीगेशन। पहले हम एक्वायर करते थे लैंड, लेकिन लिटिगेशन में जाती रहती थी, उसकी एनाउंसमेंट आती रहती थी और अनसर्टेनिटी बड़ी रहती थी कि लैंड की प्राइस फाइनली कस्टमर को, अपार्टमेंट ओनर को क्या पे करना पड़ेगा। अब उसके लिए भी हमने पॉलिसी बहुत सारी चेंज की है। लैंड पूलिंग पॉलिसी लेके आए, लैंड ओनर्स के कोलैबोरेशन की आपको अलाउ किया, और टीओडी की अलग से पॉलिसी लेके आए, टीडीआर की एक अलग से पॉलिसी लेके आए। जो जो सुझाव आपसे आते रहते हैं हम उन पर विचार करते हैं, और हमारा मकसद यही है कि सरकार और डेवलपर का तालमेल हो और कंज्यूमर को एक अच्छी क्वालिटी का टाइम बाउंड उसमें घर मिले, और क्रेडिबिलिटी जो है बिल्डर की बने, जिससे कि हम ये समझते हैं कि एक अलॉटमेंट लेटर बिल्डर का वही उसकी क्रेडिबिलिटी इतनी हो जाए कि बैंक उसको एक्सेप्ट करे, फाइनेंस उससे मिलने लग जाए, और कहीं कोई हैंकी पैंकी या शेकी कोई चीज़ गड़बड़ की संभावनाएं ना रहे। तो इस दिशा में जितने भी सुझाव आते हैं हम उसको मानते रहते हैं। ये सही है कि शहर के ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट के लिए ईडीसी की ज़रूरत है, कुछ पैसे की ज़रूरत है स्टाम्प ड्यूटी के रूप में। हरि बाबू जी कह रहे थे कि भैया बहुत सारे जीएसटी के रूप में ये जाता है, उसके रूप में ये जाता है। सही है, सरकार को रेवेन्यू की ज़रूरत होती है, और आपको भी रेवेन्यू की ज़रूरत है। अगर पैसा नहीं मिलेगा तो आप कहाँ से बिजनेस को डेवलप करेंगे। लेकिन हम वो पैसा इधर उधर नहीं ले जाते, उस पैसे से के अलावा बजट से भी पैसा दे करके डेवलपमेंट में लगाते हैं। एक हरि बाबू जी ने मुद्दा उठाया कि जो हमारी क्वालिटी मैन पावर का या अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का, मैं भी मानता हूं कि हमारे यहाँ अच्छे इलेक्ट्रिशियन, प्लम्बर, कारपेंटर, पेंटर की शॉर्टेज है, और क्वालिफाइड जो लोग हैं वो कहीं बाहर चले जाते हैं। लेकिन ये सभी काम सरकार नहीं कर सकती। ये काम आप NAREDCO भी कर सकती है, आप अपनी इंस्टीट्यूट चला सकते हैं। आपको ज़रूरत है अच्छे प्लम्बर की, आपको ज़रूरत है अच्छे इलेक्ट्रिशियन की। कोई बहुत बड़ा काम नहीं है, आप लाखों करोड़ रुपए का बिजनेस करते हैं कि ऐसे हजारों स्किल्ड मैन पावर आप तैयार करें। सरकार से कोई जो हेल्प चाहिए, जो अप्रूवल चाहिए, जो सर्टिफिकेशन चाहिए, वो हम आपको देने के लिए तैयार रहते हैं। तो मिलजुल करके ही हम देश को आगे बढ़ाएंगे। मैं ये समझता हूँ कि हर देश के अंदर रियल एस्टेट का फ्यूचर बहुत अच्छा है। हमारे देश की इकोनॉमी बहुत तेज़ गति से बढ़ रही है। हाउसिंग की, ऑफिस स्पेस की, कमर्शियल स्पेस की डिमांड बढ़ रही है, और इस को मैं समझता हूं कि हम मिलजुल करके इसको पूरा करें। हरियाणा सरकार जहां तक भी संभव है कोई भी फैसला जो बिल्डर फ्रेंडली हो, कंज्यूमर फ्रेंडली हो, वो करने के लिए तैयार रहती है। हमारे यहाँ मैं आपको इनवाइट करता हूं कि जो ग्लोबल सिटी अभी बनने जा रहा है, वर्ल्ड क्लास है, HSIDC के द्वारा बनाया जा रहा है, 1000 एकड़ से ऊपर का, मैं समझता हूं कि देश के अंदर सबसे बड़ा बिजनेस सेंटर होगा ये। और इसकी जो हम FAR भी बढ़ाया है, सारी डेवलप भी इसको कर रहे हैं, साथ साथ लोकेशन भी बेस्ट है। और इसके ये सही है कि ऑक्शन के द्वारा हम दे रहे हैं, लेकिन इतना अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी जिसमें ऑल अप्रूवल इन प्लेस हों, आपको ऑक्शन के बाद कहीं नहीं जाना पड़ेगा, आप अपने प्रोजेक्ट को तुरंत उसको लॉन्च कर सकते हैं। तो ये एक अच्छा मौका है, मैं इसके लिए भी आपको आमंत्रित करता हूं। और गुड़गांव, सोनीपत, फरीदाबाद जो NCR है, हाउसिंग की ज़बरदस्त डिमांड है। अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग के लिए हमने अलग से पॉलिसी बनाई है। बिल्डर्स के NAREDCO से आपकी डिमांड आई थी कि कुछ प्राइस बढ़ाई जाए, वो भी हमने स्वीकार करके पीछे बढ़ा दी थी। लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी ये बैलेंस बढ़ा के चलना कि अफोर्डेबल रहे, वो बिल्डर को भी फायदा हो, कंज्यूमर को भी वो मिल जाए, ठीक प्राइस पे प्रॉपर्टी मिल जाए, उसकी भी कोशिश हम कर रहे हैं। पिछले दिनों हमने छोटे प्लॉट की दीनदयाल आवास योजना के तहत योजना लेके आए, जिसमें छोटे छोटे प्लॉट करके फ्लोर बना करके बेच सकते हैं, और उसमें एफआर भी हम थोड़ा पहले से ज़्यादा किया, चार्जेस बहुत कम किए। तो बहुत सारी ऐसी जो प्रोजेक्ट जो है यहाँ पर सैंक्शन हुए, जिससे छोटे जो एंड यूज़र हैं, छोटे कंज्यूमर हैं, उनको सुविधाएं मिलती रहे। आगे भी हमारी कोशिश ये है कि हाउसिंग कैसे अफोर्डेबल हों, कैसे कम कंज्यूमर की जो पेइंग कैपेसिटी है उसके अंदर वो पहुंच में रहें। और जो आपने ये सजा दी है कि भी इंटरेस्ट रेट कम किया जाए, ये सही है कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का मामला है, लेकिन आपके कोई रिप्रेजेंटेशन आएगी तो हम उसको जरूर केंद्र सरकार को भेजेंगे। हमारी कोशिश ये है कि हमारा देश आगे बढ़े और रियल एस्टेट का जो कारोबार है, जो करोड़ों लोगों को रोजगार दे सकता है, बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्री को चला सकता है, और किसी भी देश की निर्माण में रियल एस्टेट डेवलपर का पूरा योगदान है। तो आपका मैं समझता हूँ कि हरियाणा के अंदर मैं स्वागत करता हूँ, और जो भी आप सुझाव देंगे उसके हम पूरी सहानुभूतिपूर्वक विचार करेंगे, और हमारी कोशिश होगी कि मिलजुल करके हरियाणा को एक मॉडल स्टेट बनाएं। हरियाणा को, क्योंकि हरियाणा की लोकेशन हमें एडवांटेज है, दिल्ली के 3 तरफ हम हैं, और दिल्ली को आगे बढ़ने में, आगे जो डेवलपमेंट में हरियाणा की ज़रूरत है। तो उसके आपके सहयोग से जैसी जैसी योजनाएं आपको चाहिए आप हमें रिप्रेजेंट करिए, और हम कोशिश करेंगे कि आपके हिसाब से, जिससे कि आम आदमी को सुविधा हो, सरकार को भी सुविधा हो, सबके लिए विन विन सिचुएशन हो, ऐसी योजनाएं हम आपके लिए बनाएं। मैं आपने मुझे बुलाया, और पहला ये कॉन्क्लेव है, ईटी नाउ का और इनके सहयोगियों का पूरा धन्यवाद करता हूं, और अपेक्षा करता हूं सभी से कि हम मिलजुल करके प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो लक्ष्य है देश को विकसित भारत बनाने का, उसमें सभी सहयोग करेंगे, सबका योगदान होगा, हमारा देश विकसित होगा। धन्यवाद।
ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। हम आपके बहुत आभारी हैं, और हम चाहते हैं कि आप हमारे साथ बने रहे, कुछ पल और बने रहें। इस मौके पर हम एक फोटो आप लेना चाहेंगे हमारे सारे डिग्निटरीज के साथ। So if I could please now invite all of our dignitaries back on stage. Honorable Minister, अगर आप वापस हमारे साथ जुड़े रहें तो एक फोटो आप हम ले सकते हैं। All right. और उनके साथ Mr. Rohit Chadda, kindly please do join us on stage. Shri G. Hari Babu, also please do join us. Shri Ankit Gaur, the Managing Director of Ains Technic Private Limited, thank you sir. Shri Vishal Raheja, CMD of Investor Expert Advisors Private Limited. Shri Sajjad Rizvi, Founder and Chairman of One Nextel Communication Media. Shri Hemant Sood, Founder and Chairman of the Institute of Indian Interior Designers. Shri Kaifi Bharti, CEO of Heights Group. And Nikhil Singhal, MD and Founder of Vigor Media. And let's have a huge round of applause for all of our dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. It's a special moment and we're capturing it together. Thank you for joining us, sir. It's moments like this that we treasure here at the ETNow.in Realty Conclave and Awards. Wonderful, wonderful. I think we've captured this special moment. Huge round of applause and kindly do take your seats, gentlemen. Thank you so much for obliging us. Now, given the caliber of the gathering in this room, next we thought we would do a deep dive on the real estate sector's contribution to employment generation, GDP, and overall economic development. And the question that's on everyone's mind is, are current trends in fact here to stay? To spearhead this discussion, if I could now please invite on stage my colleague and senior news anchor with the Times Network, Amita Vadva. Amita, I ask that you kindly please do join us on stage for what promises to be a power-packed discussion. And as a part of this discussion, we have three eminent speakers who bring a wealth of experience and knowledge to the conversation. First, we have Shri Niranjan Hiranandani, Managing Director of the Hiranandani Group, who will be joining us virtually. And joining him are Shri Anand Kumar, Chairman of Delhi RERA, and Shri Naveen Raheja of Raheja Developers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a power-packed group, as I mentioned. Kindly do join us on stage, please. Thank you so much, gentlemen. And Amita, before we dive into discussion, I ask that you please felicitate our guests with a token of our appreciation. Let's have a special memento for all of our guests on stage, please. We'd like to felicitate our guests with a token of our appreciation. All right. Lovely. Wonderful. Thank you so much, and without further ado, Amita, it's over to you.
Thank you, Pooja, for that. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, welcoming all of you here. And Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani will be joining us virtually, so we'll welcome him as well. And to all of our guests, thank you very much, sir. It's an honor to have you both here with us on stage. Of course, I want to begin when we talk about economic growth and the kind of reality that has been in the realty sector. Mr. Hiranandani, I would want to begin with you, sir. When it comes to economic innovations and the growth that is now being witnessed in the real estate industry, sir, what is your point of view when we talk about the growth that has now been seen in the last decade with the kind of immense experience that you have had in this industry?
Real estate has seen paradigm changes, both externally and internally. Externally, there has been a shake-up. You have seen there has been demonetization, the bringing up of GST, RERA, which is an intervention which has taken place, the crisis which came up due to ILFS's decline from the NBFC sector. All this and more has really made a remarkable change as far as real estate is concerned. As far as investments into real estate is concerned, that also has seen a paradigm change. A large number of foreign direct investors have looked into India for the opportunities in real estate in the commercial and residential space. However, in the last couple of years, the focus has been more of FDI in the commercial spaces, especially of properties which are already rented out, and an exit policy which has worked out through the creation of REITs. This has really been a big change. Recently, the markets have actually driven up, and a fresh interest is now taking place in the other aspects of real estate. Residential real estate, centers like retail, malls. We are seeing a huge amount of interest in data centers. So all in all, huge amount of interest into the Indian real estate business from external means. Internally, the demand is absolutely fantastic. The growth in the last couple of years is more than 20 to 25% overall in growth. And this has been more in the residential real estate rather than in the commercial real estate. Commercial real estate took a little beating during the COVID times, and that is now coming back. But in the residential real estate, there has been a huge growth in all segments of residential real estate. Surprisingly, I do find that the mid segment and the luxury segment has grown much, much faster, more than 12 to 14% compounded annual growth. While the affordable segment has taken a beating, it is not growing as fast as the other segments. However, I would consider that partly to be because of the higher interest rates that have come up. Earlier, interest rates were down at 6.5%. Now they're 8.5, 8.7, and even closer to 9. So all that are major changes which have taken place in the real estate sector in the last decade.
Thank you very much, sir, for your insights. Mr. Kumar, I would like to take up that question with you, especially when it comes to Delhi RERA. How do you believe that your experiences have worked, especially when it comes to transforming the real estate industry, sir, in Delhi?
The best thing which has happened after Real Estate Regulation and Development Act has come into being, the trust deficit which had come up between the home buyers and the developers, I would not say home buyers, the real estate buyers and the developers, that has gone. And new trust has developed, the new confidence come in. And that's why there is a boost in the realty sector. Now, in case, and this act is a fantastic instrument. This is not only for the real estate buyers, this is for the real estate buyers, this is for the developers, this is for the all other stakeholders. And any stakeholder, if has any problem, then he or she can come to RERA and get his grievance or her grievance addressed. So the new confidence is developed. It has catalyzed the real estate sector, and now the development, as you are seeing, new projects are coming up, and not only in Gurgaon, Noida, or Greater Noida, but in Delhi. And they are all high-end projects. And not only, I'm saying all high-end projects, but they are projects of various kinds. They are projects which take care of the middle income group, the lower income group, and also the high-end affordable housing. Yeah.
All right. Mr. Raheja, sir, welcome. Thank you very much for joining in. What do you have to say as far as your rich experience is concerned in the industry? Because, of course, we want to talk about your experiences, but however, you have been visioning your vision for the next decades. Of course, it's a long time that we talk about. We usually ask, what are your plans for next 5 years or so, but what's your plan now for next 10 years as Raheja Builders?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling me here. I have seen real estate from zero since last 4 decades. And I've seen this country transform. I've seen the people transform. And I only know one thing, that anybody in his lifetime aspires to make 1/3 investment of his life into real estate, because they are looking at home. Somebody in any family at any stage looks at home, looks at its family security by some sustainable investment. It may be a commercial shop, it may be a commercial asset, if they can afford. So where largely you can park money, anybody who makes any money, you cannot consume entire money. So whatever wealth creation happens, a substantial part of it goes into real estate investment. So going with that, as we look at India, you wanted to understand what is going to happen also. If we look back just 10 years ago, and if we look at the speed of transformation, whether it is the development happening all around in infrastructure, or whether we are looking at the total lifestyle changing and income patterns changing, and overall, nuclear families also now have become active. Young generation is aspiring to be independent. So with all these things, if in the past real estate was limited to a to a family which is living together,
You can hold the mic close to yourself.
joint family system. Today, I think everybody tries to get independence just immediately after he gets his first employment or first business opportunity. So this also becomes a basic requirement. If we look at 2027, we're going to 5 trillion economy, and then we're going to become a developed economy by 47. Let me tell one thing, that 1/3 of it is definitely going to be in real estate as a driver. And you can imagine what kind of investment is going to happen in this sector and how the cities are poised to grow. The only requirement right now will be that those developers who can transform with the complete transformation of society and meet the requirements, the fundamental requirements and demands of the sector, only that will go much faster. The last 10 years have seen one more aspect, you know. Our Honorable Minister Sahab was also talking about Haryana. We have, last 40 years, have largely seen development which had been more unorganized, unregulated. And we just heard Hiranandani ji also, that how the FDIs are coming, and this sector is actually becoming a very, very professional. And it can be run only by those companies which will be conducting themselves professionally in their systems, processes, using artificial intelligence, moving things fast with time, complete transformation. And this is one aspect. Second is, now to do that, you have to achieve timelines also.
Right.
So transformation in terms of technology also. You know, incidentally, my company is making the tallest building of Delhi also.
Yes.
And tallest building of Haryana also. At 61 floors is there, and here also it is almost 200 meters in Delhi, about 2.6 times taller than Qutub Minar, or twice taller than the tallest building presently which is there in Delhi. So this can be done only through integration and into the new technology, processes, systems, execution, quality controls. So there are many challenges because now you are creating something which is beyond your infrastructure also.
Right.
You don't have snorkels, you don't have fire tender systems which can go to the extent of 61 floors. So what you need is intelligent building management systems which will work. So, but I'm lucky that way because with me in partnership is the same company which made Burj Khalifa, tallest building in the world. So that is my partner. And because of that only, it is all around development also, all around technology, and every system is going that way only.
So you're focusing on excellence.
So
and
technology also,
absolutely.
yeah, excellence, technology, everything has to move.
So despite the challenges, the next 10 years at least we can say are looking very promising. But I would like to ask that 5-year question to Mr. Hiranandani because sir, the key innovations that we talk about, how do you believe that can be imbibed in the real estate sector? Of course, Mr. Raheja has been giving some excellent points, sir. What do you have to say on that?
Nobody can ever be ready for all the changes that take place. An earthquake takes place, a war takes place in the Middle East, the interest rates have changed, new things has happened, the Ukraine-Russia war just continues and continues, China keeps on barking in the Pacific, in the Indian Ocean. All this and more is extremely difficult to guesstimate in the next couple of years. But there are certain things that certainly we can definitely estimate, and those are easy to state. The first and foremost one is the fact that GDP in India is growing at 7% plus. My guesstimate, this year we will touch 8.5% or maybe even 9% GDP growth by the end of this year. As this is happening, the demand for real estate is going to grow even faster. So real estate becomes a cornerstone for investments that take place, with the growth of capital markets and opportunities of making gains in that market and investing into real estate has grown exponentially. The multiplier effect of real estate in the economy is huge and humongous. 260 plus industries are positively growing because of investments into real estate segment. The banks and financial institutions are also supporting real estate home loans in a very large manner. This is partly because the NPA in the home loan segment is less than 2%, and most of the banks it is less than 1%. All in all, the next 5 years looks to be very positive growth. The Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, has also announced that the PMAY scheme, which is considering the affordable housing segment, is likely to be further expanded in the next couple of years, so that affordable housing will also see a huge boost. So this is happening. But I think the most important factor is infrastructure. Most of the cities in India are seeing a huge jump in the investment of infrastructure. Look at the Mumbai region as an example. In the next 2 or 3 years, Mumbai will add 300 kilometers of metro. 300. The Western Railway, Central Railway and Harbour Line, which was existing for last 65 years, is 190 kilometers. And we are now going to add 300 kilometers. Second, the coastal road is getting done. The Atal Bridge connecting to Navi Mumbai, Panvel and forward is taking place. The new airport will come. All this is creating growth centers around the cities like Mumbai and other important cities where large amount of infrastructure is getting done. So this acts as a multiplier effect, and hence after that the real estate demand will also take. It is my belief that the government is also now going to focus on the slum schemes in place of Mumbai. The Dharavi scheme is already taking off through a private-public participation methodology. The government is also considering to take up larger projects in the public sector in Mumbai in order to take care of the slum rehabilitation program, which is not as fast as they had originally desired. So in the next couple of years, next 5 years, I see humongous growth in this sector, which is going to happen. And also the multiplier effect will cause GDP growth much faster. Remember, when China grew at more than 10% GDP growth in their country in those times, it was partly because of the emphasis on real estate and infrastructure. This is the time for India to actually focus in this area, and the multiplier effect is going to take India forwards, and my view is 8% GDP growth in the next year is almost a certainty.
Right, sir. Thank you for that, Mr. Hiranandani. Mr. Kumar, sir, you heard Mr. Hiranandani speaking on the multiplier effect. What is this multiplier effect that we talk about, and how difficult when it comes to regulating the real estate market in Delhi is concerned, as far as your role in RERA?
You know, when Mr. Hiranandani is talking about the multiplier effect, that means right exploitation of rare resource of land. You build a metro, you build a road, and all around the landscape changes, and it either turns into residential thing or the commercial or retail or official office spaces. Now in Delhi, if you see that initially when, let's talk about Delhi and Gurgaon, Haryana, when this national highway came in from Delhi to Jaipur, all around this national highway, the land got exploited for development, for generation of wealth. Similarly, when the Dwarka Expressway has come up, you see the number of projects which are coming in and around. You could have seen in Dwarka Expressway 3 years back, though there were many projects, but they were languishing, not many takers, the rentals were very little. But today when the Dwarka Expressway is open, the rates have shot through the roof. Similar thing is going to happen through the URE2 road which is connecting Shivamurti to Rohini. If you see, then people have started making plans for bringing in their projects and of different kinds and different dimensions. My take is similar to Mr. Hiranandani, that we must do planned development. We must plan how best to use our resources. Why only one UR2 urban extension road? We can have many other urban extension roads. In Delhi today, if you see toward the west, toward the north, there's a huge tracts of land which are available. But unfortunately, due to non-planning, there has been unauthorized colonies which are coming up. And it's a high time that we have to look into this. And we as RERA Delhi are trying to advise the government that they must make a proper plan for exploiting the rare resource of land here in the capital city of Delhi and try to build a new Delhi, new Delhi, and by creating the new infrastructure here. If on an acre of land you allow unauthorized development, you may have some 500 families staying in. But if you have planned development, in the same place you'll have 5,000 and with better quality. So we have to not only looking into replacing the slums, we have to stop making the slums. We have to stop this unauthorized development, and we must restrict it through hard policies and hard restrictions and hard penalties. The mushrooming of unauthorized development has to stop now. And we must now, and this is what I sincerely hope, that in next few years which are coming up, you'll look forward, you'll have a planned development for Delhi.
No, that would be the next question that I was supposed to ask, as far as the challenges that you've been facing in such kind of, undeveloped or unauthorized areas that you're looking at, and how you actually tackle or deal with it. Yes.
Unfortunately, RERA cannot enter into the unauthorized development. So that is the responsibility of MCD and DDA. If somebody is making small little houses on an agriculture land, I can't do anything about it, because where RERA comes in. So we come in where there is a development, there is a plotting being done on a plot size, on land size of more than 500 square meters, or more than 8 units are being developed on any kind plot of land, or any real estate project is coming up for sale on again on the size of 500 square meters or more. So that's where it comes. So we unfortunately cannot control unauthorized development. So it is for the civic bodies like MCD.
Right, sir. Understood. Mr. Raheja,
but definitely we can advise the government saying that yes, please make the plan.
Okay.
Please stop the unauthorized development, and please look after, please encourage
right
kind of exploitation of resources like land here.
Still a long way to go for that. Absolutely.
Not a very long way to go.
Not long way to go. All right.
We will see it in. We will see plan development maybe in next 2 to 3 years.
Right, sir. All right, Mr. Raheja, of course, time is up, but we want to just conclude one more point from you, sir. When we talk about technology, and you were mentioning technology that can be imbibed in construction, in building, when it comes to such kind of technology, how have you imbibed any certain innovations that have now come up, that has now been taken up by you, by your company in real estate?
Although question is a technology, but I will do a little follow-up with because sure, I won't get that opportunity again.
Sure, sir.
Delhi, I've got project in Delhi. So Delhi RERA actually is so proactive, so proactive. It keeps a watch on every nook and corner. I keep on, getting so many suo moto notices, small thing.
He's right
get
here.
A notice. So as he was mentioning that, he just looks at not beyond 8 apartments and 500 square meters. Actually, Delhi RERA is, I think, so proactive all around, and no unauthorized construction can take place. So anyway, now I'm coming to technology.
Yes, sir.
Let me say, this all happened because in the case of my company, the growth had been very fast. Evolution, this was a period of evolution for India also, and the real thing is yet to come. So, looking into long-term relationship, we thought that if we try to be in our conventional systems, we cannot really keep pace with the world and the requirement of the Indian aspirations. So it is where that we started looking at global tie-ups, because 15 years ago we considered ourselves to be not really aligned with the global system. We used to see that in China the buildings happen in 2 years, skyscrapers happen in 2 years, 2.5 years. So it was all about technology. You look at, you used to go outside in the world, you see Petronas towers, oh what a beautiful buildings. In China you see, in America, anywhere, you see that how the world has evolved. So you knew that India is going to go that way. The way I have seen Dubai from the first building in 1991, when I had done my first participation in the first international property show. First international, 1991 it happened, on 14th of November. So we were just 3 participants from India and about 20-25 from all over the world at that time. And from that one building, single one building of that World Trade Center, which they called just 20-storied building as World Trade Center, that was the only tile skyscraper with them. And as you see it's Dubai today. So it has happened just over the last 33 years. So I could see that India is also poised to go that way. So the first opportunity, the tallest building which has come up, world's tallest building in Dubai. So my dream that why not, instead of going here and there, why not straight away go to them and make a partnership. So that they had the best technologies integrated, whether it was MEP or whether it was aerodynamics or whether it was earthquake or whether it was, so we
looking at the current weather conditions also in Dubai, that has been something that has not been witnessed before, something like that. I mean, what's been happening in Dubai?
It was not.
The challenges,
individually,
yes.
if you go, individually, if I go, I would have taken my lifetime.
Yes, sir.
So we succeeded in getting partnership straight with the contracting company of Burj Khalifa. And their consultants came on board automatically. Thoughtly Temaseti, US, which had done structural designing, AECOM, Singapore, and they have offices in Hong Kong and China and everywhere. So they are looking at entire tallest skyscrapers in the world. So they became our partner. So the DAMA for glass technology and glass wind load capacities and all. So they became our partner. So that way we got all the partners together integrated, and then it was the construction technologies. So those companies who have been working all across the world, they are abreast of the best technologies and evolution of best technologies also in the world. So we are lucky. So anything which is happening in the world is coming to us simultaneously.
Best of everything.
And we have a contract that they will not work with anybody, any other developer in this country.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Raheja, to Mr. Kumar as well and Mr. Hiranandani. Of course, I'm sorry, sir, we're just running out of time here completely.
I would just like to make one last comment. I would like to congratulate ET Reality for shooting this awards, because it promotes excellence among the promoters and the project. So we in the RERA, as per the mandate given to us, are also making guidelines to grade projects and the developers. So this is just for the information.
Well, that's how we believe that the developers and regulatory authorities must go hand in hand and should continue working together. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. A huge round of applause, gentlemen, for the gentleman here on stage. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your time. All right, so now we move on and we bring you an in-depth look at the regulatory landscape and its impact on the real estate sector by way of established and emerging trends. To moderate this discussion, please welcome my colleague and your host for the evening, special correspondent, Times Network, Pooja Jain. Big round of applause, please, for Pooja. All right, now with that, let me welcome our guest, our distinguished panelists on stage, who include Shri G. Hari Babu, also the president of NAREDCO, Shri Hemant Sood is with us, IP, our founder and chairman of the Institute of Indian Interior Designers, Delhi Regional Chapter, and Dr. Vishesh Rawat, the vice president and the head of the sales and marketing at M2K Group. Pooja, before we tackle this critical topic, let's felicitate our guests on stage. Please welcome all of our distinguished panelists on stage. A big round of applause for everyone, please. Come on, we can do better, I believe. Right, we should keep the applause running, please. As we are welcoming all of our esteemed panelists on stage, we will be beginning at this discussion round, and of course, a small photo op that is now taking place, and our esteemed panelists already on stage. Thank you very much, Pooja. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Amita, and thank you, gentlemen. It's an absolute honor to be amongst industry stalwarts, especially when it's in an effort to salute and celebrate India's new age real estate royalty. And that's all of you in this very room, so please give yourselves a huge round of applause. And Mr. Babu, I'd love to kick off the conversation with you. Now, given that it's an election year, without politicizing the conversation, what more would you like to see from the government by way of real estate related regulation and reform? And for successfully implemented reform, what role and what measures has NAREDCO taken to empower and equip the industry to adapt to these changes, sir?
What we need from government? Big question.
Sir, it's a loaded question.
Yeah. Thing is, actually, what we need is, no, we don't want any concessions for industry. We want ease of doing business, that is number one. Number two, as industry, as I told in my speech also, we are serving only 20% of the elite crowd in India. Remaining 80% we are not serving.
Less than 20, okay, that figure is staggering.
Yeah. So government has to do something, a bridge between the lower income group and mid income group, and then between builders. So that is what I requested the government to look after the 80% of the population, how the builders can do service to them. That is the most important job what we want. So they want only 500 square feet, this thing. All the 500 square feet segments are now constructed by the government at free of cost by state governments, various state governments at free of cost, all these things. But the quality of the building, the quality of the lifestyle, and everything is not up to the mark. We have last 35, 40 years, we are seeing various houses started. If I remember, we started with 150 square feet houses also to
right.
Public. 150 square feet houses. Now we are coming to almost like 500 square feet. So it is taken almost like 35 years, 40 years to come to that level. Because the need of the people is increased. The economy of the country is increased. So now the government doing the property for selling the property to all the 80% people is not exactly correct. The builders have to come into the picture. We can give the incentives to the builders, transferring the same thing to the buyers. We don't want any money from them. See, what the builders want is 5 to 7% of the margin money, but taking the 5 to 7%, they will do all the parameters within the law. And they will give the good quality buildings to the poorest of the poor. So that important segment is neglected by government so far, because we are not coming to the thing, and government is want to construct by giving the contractors. Today, in Telangana, they want to give the free housing to all the people. 3 lakh houses were started almost like 7-8 years back and given to the various contractors. It took for a small area to construct and hand over for 8 years, 9 years.
Right.
Which is again lost to the government. If that much delay is there, we can give better, much better quality houses by builders. We normally deliver in 2 to 3 years or maximum 4 years. If everything goes well, 2 years also we are delivering the materials. So time is saved. The moment time is saved means money is saved.
Absolutely.
So,
and sir, I want to build on that a bit.
Yeah.
I want to build on some of your observations, and I'd like to now bring Mr. Sood into the conversation. I believe we've heard Mr. Babu loud and clear. He's painted a very clear vision. But my question to you is, what role will design innovation play in making that vision a reality, sir?
Design side...
So we'll take the question to Mr. Sood and then come back to you.
Well, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
It's a pleasure to be here and pleasure to represent Triple ID. I'm the immediate past chairman of Triple ID, and Triple ID is the All India body for design. So nice to have a design body associated with the Realty Conclave.
Absolutely.
So thank you to ET Now for that. I have a slightly different version of things, which
Let's hear it.
Mr. Babu and I have had a preliminary panel discussion already. So design is not something that's there in isolation. It doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's something that people think design is just about making things look pretty and presentable. It's not that. It's actually not just an art. It's a combination of an art and a science. It's all about functionality and efficiency and, of course, sustainability. So design is something that we will need to take the smart city to the smart interior. There's a long journey and a long road that needs to be crossed.
Sure.
And we are all talking, the Prime Minister is talking about it. It's been implemented across so many cities in the country. We're talking about smart cities. But how will your cities be smart if your buildings are not smart? And how will your buildings be smart if the interiors are not smart?
Right.
We also talk about green buildings, but nobody talks about green interiors. Green building stops where the builder stops. So with due apologies to the builders here, it stops at the time when the point the building is sold. Many buildings today are even being sold in a raw condition. So the interiors are being done by individual people, individual owners in their own way. So there is no regulation on that. So as Hariji was always saying, what do we want from the government and what are the requirements from the government? Well, we would like the government to look at green interiors also as an important component of green buildings.
Well, it's very heartening to hear. And building on that, I'll come to you now, Dr. Rawat, because it's an unprecedented time in human history. All right? And given all the global volatility that surrounds us, how might you characterize the current appetite for home ownership? And what role does marketing strategy ultimately play in shaping consumer sentiment, sir?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I seem the only marketing guy in this hall. And
Seem to be.
I'm in the panel of technical people. I will try to say whatever I want to.
Please, sir.
So first of all, I'm very optimistic. Prime Minister's vision of Viksit Bharat of 2047. So this gives every one of us high energy, and we want to work more for the country. And in context of real estate, I think our future is very bright. Last year, we have become the most populous country, surpassing China. And our industries are growing, growth rate is increasing, GDP is increasing. People are coming from rural areas to cities. So that will definitely have a internal demand. We don't rely for other countries for that demand. So we have inherent demand, and it's going to only increase in next few years. So there will be lots of demand in housing, co-working, because of lots of entrepreneurs are coming up, new startups are coming up. So they will need new working spaces. So future is really nice. And as far as regulations are concerned, real estate
has got the last bus. There have been other industries like telecom and all, they have their regulations in place.
Right.
But in 2016, we got our own RERA. And historically, real estate has been a little bit unorganized and unregulated sort of industry. But thanks to RERA, now we have full act, and thankfully, it has been implemented almost fully, I would say. And I would like to thank people like Hari Saab and NAREDCO that they have done an immense job and brought in developers on the same page. So as far as marketing is concerned, I can say the mindset at the top has changed.
Sure.
So now nobody wants to be a unregulated one, and trust is very important, and RERA has helped the real estate developers in increasing that trust, because now every project need to be registered with RERA, even smallest of the details like unit sizes, the dimensions of the unit, actual area, timelines of the completion, that all small details need to be registered with RERA. Timelines, financials, there is to be separate account for getting 70% of the funds from the LOTs. So now the industry has become more regular. And as far as marketing is concerned, we take care that whatever we are communicating with the prospective clients, it is 100% accurate, it is transparent. And when we talk about the collaterals and advertisements, so now we do take care that if we have to mention the RERA number, it have to be at the top of the front page, right hand side. We have to publish the RERA certificate. Maybe it is 6-7 pages long, but we do mention it in the brochures so that every customer have the full transparency. He knows the in and outs of the project. So it has definitely brought transparency and fairness in all our dealings. Allottees and developers, it will help both for the mutual trust.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rawat. And you talked about trust, and that makes for a wonderful segue into my next question, which is to you, Mr. Babu. In your capacity as representing the entire real estate industry, really, with NAREDCO, how do you essentially facilitate, right, and fuel exponential sector growth on the one hand, while ensuring that ethical code of conduct and transparency doesn't remain far behind? How do you strike that balance, sir?
After RERA coming to the picture, the transparency levels have increased, agreed. And same time, non-RERA projects also increased.
Right.
Why people are going to the non-RERA projects? RERA projects cost, if it is 1 crore, non-RERA projects cost is 50 to 55 lakhs. Can you believe it?
That's the differential, okay.
So, for example, non-RERA projects, all the deviations will be there. Okay, very small side buildings, and the FSAs, what they get is much higher. Setbacks are very minimal, and they are giving no GST. Grey market materials will be there, and construction cost is lower than the ours.
Right.
And they sell at very low price, no GSTs, no registrations, no registration cost, no GST cost, all these things. Second, grey market. We say India, every business is having a grey market. So in real estate also, grey market started. And the cost difference, can you believe it? It is almost like 1 crore to property, the similar thing is available between 50 lakhs to 70 lakhs. So, what is the human tendency? The people, what is the cheap? What is the best suitable for them? They will just buy. So,
Right.
no registrations required, no all these things are required. They do something on their own. So, both the things are going parallelly.
And what's the solution, sir?
Solution, as I told, the biggest solution is required only when you are constructing affordable housings, as I told, the real deviations. For example, today, if I go to Delhi, any place, what is the setback for 500, 400 square yards? Zero setback on three sides. And only 5 to 10 feet setback in front. That is the way we are all constructing here. But that is not available to every place.
Right.
So, where in the grey market they are doing like that. But when we are coming to the picture, there are this thing, we have to give the proper setbacks, at least 2 meters, 1.5 meter, 1.5 meter, and front 3 meters. And the number of square feet what we get in comparatively square yard, we get about 22, 23 square feet or 25 square feet, a smaller plot, whereas they get almost like 40 square feet. That is number one. So, what your government should do? Thing is, no, rules should not be for all the people the same. The rich people is different segment and the poor of the poor is a different segment.
Absolutely.
Government should take care of this particular, what is the 60% people of the Indian people earning less than 20,000 rupees, 25,000 rupees. We know all the shopkeepers or drivers working in the homemaids and all these people are getting 15,000 to 25,000 rupees, 30,000 rupees maximum. A couple working both the people together, not more than 40,000, 45,000 rupees they are earning. How to get that 40,000 people to buy the thing? And to suit them, there is only government want to do free, or government want to do, like as I told in Telangana, 3 lakh house constructed in a period of 80 years.
Right.
And finally, government has lost a lot of money. And can you believe it, that there is no proper door for bathrooms in that building? No proper tile work in that building. And cost of construction is less, but the interest during construction is gone up. So, it is a mismanagement.
Yes. And thank you, sir, for outlining it in such tangible terms that each and every one of us can relate to. And Mr. Sood, I want to go back to a point you made earlier. You know, you talked about green living. And there is an environmental consciousness in the air. All right. So what are you doing at IIID to essentially promote best practices, whether it's, for example, waste management or solar, empowerment or green water harvesting, for example, amongst the next generation of real estate professionals, urban planners, interior designers?
Well, we are trying to do all of that, but unfortunately, as once again Hariji said, we need governmental support for that. The real estate community, of course, has RERA. The architects have the Council of Architecture. IIID has nothing.
I see, sir.
We are the biggest unregulated industry in the country. We look after a lot of 67% of a constructed building is looked after by an interior designer, mostly not by an architect, or by an architect who's doing interior design. And there is still no regulation. I don't have a certificate of practice in my own country. So,
fair enough.
So I
thank you for being so,
unfortunately, the minister has gone, but whoever is listening and whoever can pass on the message to them, on behalf of the entire design community, IIID, which is a 50-year-old, 10,000 people strong organization, all I can request is please have a council of design so that the industry of interior design can be regulated. From the education to the examinations to the certificate of practice to the continuing certificate of practice, that can be regulated so that at least you hire an interior designer, you know he or she is capable. Today anyone, including yourself, can call yourself an interior designer.
Right.
But despite all the problems, with 50 years we've been struggling. I'm sure I hope we don't have to struggle for the next 50. But we hope that the government will take some action in this matter. Till then, we are working on a self-regulatory system. And we are looking at promoting good practices that can be implemented in all projects. We are looking at sustainability. We are looking at, as you said, solar. We are looking at wind. We are looking at all the alternate energy sources. We are looking at waste management. We are looking at rainwater harvesting. We are also looking at the new technologies that are coming in. From a design point of view, you need virtual reality, you need augmented reality. So your builders here started with making 3D images and then started making animations and walkthroughs. Today, AR and VR is the need of the hour. Right. Your customer, if is not already demanding this, is going to demand it. So in fact, instead of making a show flat somewhere, have an augmented reality. Let him put on the glasses and see what his house is going to look like.
Fair enough.
That could be the future of design and future of realty also.
Well, Dr. Rawat, do you agree with that sentiment and the vision that we've just heard Mr. Sood outline?
Yes, because we are already doing it. Virtual reality, augmented reality, this is a need of the day. It started from COVID-19. People were not coming out to visit the flats. So we have to design walkthroughs, 3D visuals, and small films, small videos. So this whole thing of digitization started from 2019, 2020-21. So now it is like a new normal. Now customer think that this is the ordinary thing. I will go to a builder's office and I will have to see all these things.
Right, right. And by way of closing comments, and I pose this question to all three of my panelists, look, the ET Now.in Realty Conclave and Awards is about celebrating industry stalwarts who are raising the profile of the real estate profession and industry pan-India. And as we get closer to unveiling our winners tonight, is there a special message that you might have to share with our audience and our hopefuls?
So whoever is getting the awards, it should not be just like an award for them. They should feel that that is a proud moment for them for this time, and that they have to achieve something better by next year or couple of years to achieve one more step in their building concepts, either in green building or quality of the materials what they use, and the cheaper way also serving to the people. All those things also should be part of our award future.
So this is just one step in the journey,
Yes.
if I'm understanding you correctly. I think that deserves a round of applause before we go on to Mr. Sood. Mr. Sood, the message for our audience and our hopefuls in the audience.
Well, firstly, I think ET Now has done a great job by having this Realty Conclave and awards. Awards are a way of recognizing excellence and rewarding it and encouraging even those who may not have won the award but to at least got nominated and took part in the process. I think it's a great encouragement to them. If they didn't win this year, they'll definitely win next year. More than that is, I think we celebrate excellence, we encourage excellence, and that's really what we need, that's the need of the hour for the future.
Thank you for sharing that message, sir. And Dr. Rawat, I'll give you the last word.
This is an inspiration for all the winners, and this gives more energy and more, hunger for do better than what they have already done. So it is like celebration, he's already said.
Well, you are the future of our industry, and I think let's give our three panelists a huge round of applause for that encouraging message. And with that, gentlemen, we are almost out of time. Do you have a last comment,
your
Mr.
time
Babu?
management is perfect.
Thank you,
and
sir.
within 30 seconds, plus or minus, you
Thank you
completed
so
this
much, sir.
session.
Thank you so much. Thank you to all of our panelists once again, please, and we ask that you please take your seat. Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting closer to unveiling the winners. The much anticipated award ceremony is soon coming up, and fingers crossed, you all walk away with top honors. But for the next session, I'm delighted to introduce an industry veteran and a visionary, in fact, who will shed more light on the paradigm shift in Indian housing with a special talk titled Elevating Real Estate Through Innovative Design. Please welcome Shri Robin Matharu, Director of Design and Quality at San Vedanta. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. This promises to be a treat.
I'm an architect and a developer, and my problem so far with Indian real estate has been that we talk about houses, we talk about buildings, but personally I felt that design doesn't really come out in our buildings. Like we talk about China, Dubai, other places for good design, but this country has not come up in terms of opportunity in with design, which has been really truly outstanding. So my talk is going to be more on the design side of real estate rather than GDP growth, and it's obviously going to grow. We have so much demand, all that part is definitely going to happen. So my talk is now going to be focused on a project which is sort of dear to me, and about what we have attempted to do in that. So maybe we can have the video, please. Good evening to you all. I am an architect and co-developer in the project San Verdante in Sector 95, Gurgaon. Early on in my career, I realized in India, projects which push boundaries of design are far and few. For me as an individual, design is the core language through which an architect can create worlds and environments which would celebrate the way society wants to live. By nature being passionate about design, I sought opportunities to create such projects which will create such ecosystems. I've been extremely lucky to have been blessed with co-partners who shared the same dream of creating such projects in which a beautiful life could be envisioned through form and space storytelling. Around 2014, we acquired a small project of around 3.7 acres with a density of 156 apartments in Sector 95, Gurugram. From outset, we want to relook the way housing was being made in the country. We set out to find core human needs, requirements for an average Indian family beyond basic space requirement, and set out to create a project based on fulfilling such aspiration. We had this firm belief that a project should be designed to fulfill such space design goals and not be built from the point of basic structure and cookie cutter design. One common point which came through was that everyone loves open areas or front lawns like terraces. This is so evident in the great demand for third floor terraces in Delhi NCR. These gardens and terraces in our environment are equal to a room. They allow us to celebrate our festivals. They allow us to practice healthy lifestyle, and they allow us to have great together and celebrate life. Though this seemed like a nice building program, it led to severe design challenges when we faced the task of creating the same in a tall structure, which inherently is the case with high density living versus low villa-like structures of the past. To create this, we reinvented the traditional tower block, which typically consists of vertical extruded floor plans set on a site as towers, and creatively created stepping back building blocks that would find terraces on a hillside. Thus creating 12 feet wide terraces as well as 6 feet wide open area, and which provides setting for both cold and hot weather conditions of the region. And the receding section creates a visual interest for all in terms of massing when viewed from within or outside the complex. The 12 feet proportion allows cluster sitting and cluster activities to achieve this tough design parameter that we have set for ourselves. We had to design 23 different plans, which in turn had to work seamlessly with exterior rhythm of the continuous 6 feet receding setback on every floor, as well as work efficiently and effectively from the plan user's point of view. These plans were employed to create 2 towers which started at ground level as a core for 4 apartments till 8th floor, and then merged into a core of 3 apartments on 9 to 24 floors. The towers were designed keeping solar patterns in mind, minimum shadows onto each other. The tapering helps in reducing shadow footprint. We analyzed sun flow to most balconies and exterior tests and tested them for sun balance as much as possible. The entire setup had to work structurally as well as from the service point of view, especially plumbing, as shafts kept shifting in the vertical section. Apart from the above, there was another challenge that we wanted to accomplish to the best of our capability, and that is of privacy from one floor to another. Therefore, to achieve this, we designed deep planters which would not allow an owner of an upper floor to look down at a terrace of a lower floor. This also benefited us in another paradigm, which too is another of our core beliefs, and that is of sustainability. Sustainability is easy to achieve on a scale of a plotted development, but extremely difficult on a scale of 20 to 28 floor or tower or more. The key issue is of microclimate and how to handle it at that scale. In such a climate, one must allow breeze to flow and create cross ventilation. Our entire plan thus is three-side open for all apartments, allowing plenty of cross ventilation. The overhangs of the balconies of the terraces give shade below, and then there are plants in the terraces, balconies, which in turn invade the building, creating also humidity and microcooling. Thus, here nature climbs up the building and creates its own rhythm and patterns in the fabric of architecture. Rhythm can be felt in the space flow of the terraces. We felt this silhouette thus created also benefit us in another way. Instead of creating faceless towers in which an individuality is lost in sheer vastness of the repetition of floors, in our towers there is an identification of individual floors, which like a scale of hill town allows everybody to identify his or her home and give a sense of comfort, scale and proportion. Further to this, we imagine this tower to be like a vertical walking neighborhood street, where you have chorahas and people gather under a tree and exchange conversations. Here on the 8th floor, we planted a sky deck, our equivalent of a choraha, for meeting and interaction, which has both indoor and outdoor spaces, and serves basic food and drinks as a watering hole for the mohalla. We wanted to further the village community paradigm and felt that such a place like a pedestrian village has no place for cars, and therefore we banished them to the sub-ground level, thus freeing the external space for multitude of activities ranging from miniature golf course to a skateboard rink and 42 more amenities, making the residents spoiled for choices within this not very large complex. Further, in our studies, we found that Fire Tender Road has a huge concrete presence in the landscape. We set out to redesign it in a manner that its presence was reduced despite meeting code requirements, and along with it generated landscape walking and jogging tracks for the residents, thereby turning it from an eyesore to something of great utility, as it allows seniors and younger people to peacefully coexist. Along with this, we found in our case studies that lighting in housing is generally boring and harsh. We designed our lighting in an indirect and soft manner, giving the housing a resortish feeling. Thus makes the complex calm and serene in the evening for all, is subtle and soothing, and creates a mood in the evening. If you now look at the final design, you find these interesting towers set in greenery with a great sense of space with trees and many facilities for community participation. As you enter, you descend to the sub-ground level drop-offs, and from where, when you come up in a glass elevator, you find this haven of facilities set in greenery, which you can use in your own way to go to the privacy of personal green terrace of your home or outside. The circulation allows you to find your own perfect rhythm of interacting facilities, be it massive cascading infinity pool, the tennis court, which doubles as a multi-court, the basketball courts, which have their own graffiti pattern in the sand colors, the full run-up cricket pitch for our most popular sport, the selfie tunnel, or so many more as per your preference. The safe, vehicle-free, secure place allows kids to cycle, rock climb, be in tree houses in the presence of parents or maids without fear. It allows our senior citizens to find their comfort zone place as per their choice. It allows owners to find their right herb for puja or cooking. It allows you to walk your dog and let it open in a safe place. Here you also encounter the club, which is designed in a parametric manner using simple brickwork and plaster construction, but as an interesting form because of which we have not used any expensive material, and yet it gives you a sense of luxury in design. This sort of design effort worked over the years is an honest, innovative design offering at an affordable price for our citizens. It gives people gardens and community space, community and private space, options to be outside with nature. It offers a unique place for maximum level of livability in a high density urban program. The entire project was constructed in-house using best materials, employing BMS on equipments, smart metering, stack parking, has splendid plant rooms, pollution control mechanisms, top of the line SCP technologies, to name a few. Quality control checklists were employed throughout. These have resulted in minimum snag lists from the residents of the tower, which has been handed over. We have also instated comprehensive CRM teams, which addresses all issues which come up comprehensively, decisively. This has, as we're going along, as the tower is getting populated, and we're finding less and less slags, and generally our customers have been quite happy, and I will share some of their comments with you.
Almost all the these kind of schools we have, tennis court, badminton court, infinity pool, the kind of club which is coming up, it's kind of a unique style, which is kind of a unique building, you can say even, right? Which is something like similar to the way this building has been designed. It's kind of a unique concept in here. Right? Every apartment, every flat has a huge balcony space. Most of the big flats have a terrace gardens, which is kind of unique in India. Right? These kitchens, right? Also, all the rooms are having AC.
When we came here, we were in love with the design, and thereafter we didn't go anywhere. And when we met the staff, the builders, the interactions with them were so warm and so friendly. We were so impressed.
It has also won an international award at World Architecture Community Platform, which is a very well-known and established award. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mataru, for that inspiring talk. And before we begin the much anticipated awards ceremony, I want to mention that the ETNow.in Realty Conclave and Awards traveled to the length and breadth of the country to arrive at the winners. After countless entries were received, only then did we make the final determination as to who is going to walk away with top honors. So with that in mind, next we bring you one last and final panel discussion before we arrive at the announcement of our winners, which I know you are all eagerly awaiting. And in this last session, we will ask our panelists to do a bit of crystal ball gazing and share their take on project pipelines, rollout predictions, and industry expansion plans going forward, both in terms of property type and market type. And to navigate this last and final conversation, if I could please now invite on stage my colleague, Amita Vadva. Amita, huge round of applause once more. We ask that you please join us on stage. And our panelists include a distinguished set of domain experts, Shri Saurabh Shankar Seth, Vice President of Sales at AIPL, Shri Gaurav Jain, Vice President of NAREDCO Delhi, and Shri Vishal Raheja, Founder and Managing Director of Invest2 Experts. Amita, before we kickstart the conversation, Amita, we ask that you please felicitate each one of our gentlemen as a special token of our appreciation for being here. Thank you so much, gentlemen. It's such a pleasure and an incredible honor. All right, and with that, Amita, over to you.
Thank you, Pooja, for that, and welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for taking out your time. And we are here to discuss as far as the Realty Conclave and awards are concerned, because this is something that has been so enlightening, especially when it comes to the real estate market and how wide it is and how we are looking at the future of it as well. Let me begin as far as Mr. Seth. You know, the future, the growth trajectory that we are looking at in the real estate market is humongous. What is your point of view when it comes to, we've been asking this question to all of them who have been coming on stage for the next 5 years or for the next 10 years. How has been the trajectory, the growth market?
Hi, good evening all. I think post-COVID, there's been a phenomenal growth in the real estate sector. And largely, I think that's been backed by very robust demand in our sector, some very supportive government policies, and some very strategic initiatives. And I think it is just the beginning. With the kind of infrastructure upgradation, which a few dignitaries have spoken about, the ones who came before us, I think that is going to contribute largely to the kind of growth this sector is going to see even in the times to come. I personally feel there is going to be a massive growth in the commercial side of real estate, which will be largely led by massive urbanization, very high economic growth around us, and sharp rise in disposable income. So these are the factors which I feel will largely contribute to the growth which the commercial real estate sector will see. Talking about how the growth looks from here over the next few years, I think it promises to give very steady returns to both the investors and the developers in terms of return on their investments. So the next 4 or 5 years, particularly in growth centers, Dr. Hiranandani spoke about it. He spoke about the Mumbai region. We're talking about the NCR region. I think these are going to be phenomenal growth centers for both investors and for developers.
Mr. Jain, would you want to take it here forward from here? Because when we talk about leadership strategies and the complexities, how would you actually imbibe that in the challenges that you face in the real estate sector, sir?
See, our sector now, for the first time in last 10 odd years, can be seen as, a very organized sector. So therefore, when you get organized, obviously a lot of responsibilities and some systematic changes comes into play. Leadership is a word here which is definitely earlier used to be driven by, people who were running the show and therefore were the leaders. But now for the first time, you really require a leadership in the business to sustain the challenges which are making it absolutely like any other business, So the glamour is gone here. There is no punting anymore now. It's a very fact of the matter business right now. And the advantage of the business right now is, for the first time, it has got coupled with the economy as a whole. So when we become a $10 trillion economy, as per some of the analysts saying in the next 10 years' time, real estate will also become from currently, if we are a 4 trillion economy, to 10 trillion in next, let's say 10 years' time. Real estate will also grow this 2.5 times, So earlier this was not the case. We were actually doing some laggards and some leadership, depends on the environment, political, here and there. But now everything's got disconnected. We are an industry for the first time on its own, and therefore the onerous responsibility on every developer across the country is to ensure that, he delivers the quality which is expected. I'll give you a simple example, and I know we are short on time because you'll ask 3 questions from each one of us.
Yes.
There was a time when, and I give you this in every talk I sit in, there was a time in this country where we all saw the Fiats and the ambassadors, But when Maruti came in, today, you buy any car, it's a great car. You only buy a car, whether it's a Rolls Royce or a simple, Alto for that matter, because that is what you can afford, that is what you like, that is what a family size is all about. But it's not that car stands on the ground because it is raining or it is, some snowstorms are there or it is too hot. So it's a choice now. So it's a great product. Similarly, in real estate now, we need to have a great product irrespective of the location it is in, irrespective of the size it is at, or irrespective of the price point it is at actually. So expensive need not be the right product. Every product should be the right product, and therefore the leadership is required for us to deliver that whole ecosystem, which is, I would say, the most complex ecosystem, because we don't have a factory, we don't have a shop, we don't have a product which is standard. Everything changes across the board every second day actually. And I think Saurabh, being the marketing and the salesperson, knows it the most, how to navigate that, changing market requirements. And some of us...
Well, that's something to think about, of course, because you've gone pretty deep when it comes to describing the industry. But, Mr. Raja, what have been the trends that you've been witnessing as far as the real estate investments are concerned? Would you want to talk on that?
Hi, good evening. So I think the trend of the customer is slightly changed, and I have seen post-COVID the customer expectations are very high in terms of product. Earlier we used to sell real estate, customers very more specific about the locations only. But now customer is concerned about the location. Yes, that plays a vital role. But customer is very much thoughtful about the product which developer is developing. The kind of what kind of expertise developer is having in past in terms of product range, I would say, the product amenities, the construction quality, and the common area space which customer feels that he will be having it for a long term, because individually people used to build their own houses wherein they are short with the amenities. So I think customers are very, very particular about their home now. They are very particular about the common areas, what kind of a material is being used during the construction. Customers are more educated now, and with the help of digital world, everything is very much accessible. Everything you can just track it on internet. So there are a lot of trends, I think, and the sizes has been a major role. People are more particular about the bigger sizes now, because nuclear families are there, but still people want to have a bigger apartments. So this is a slight change which we have partially seen in last 2-3 years.
So that is you're owing to the consumer awareness as well, Mr. Soon. But if we talk about, Mr. Seth, I beg your pardon, but even if we talk about, the key factors that one needs to keep in mind before the purchase of a commercial property or an investment, sir, what would you believe would those key factors be?
No, I think Mr. Raheja has rightly pointed out, which I would agree to a very large extent, that the set of buyers that you interact with today are very well informed, they're very well educated, they're aware of what's happening in the market. Gone are those days when, one would fall prey to the gullible promises, with the regulatory framework being in place, people know the ins and outs of the project. But to kind of narrow it down in terms of what should be on the top of one's checklist before making an investment, I think gone are those days when it used to be location, location, and location. I think to identify the right developer with who you want to invest your hard-earned money is the most important factor. So the pedigree of the developer actually will play a very crucial role. So you would want to invest only with someone who knows about the business and is absolutely committed to deliver up to, one's promises. So choosing the right developer is extremely crucial, and I think it has to hold the paramount position in one's decision making. Before one moves to the second factor, which I feel will be choosing the right product. Because today, if you see, the market is flooded literally, with products which have come up from, some very new developers who we haven't heard about. Which is, I won't say there's anything wrong in it. New developers can also come up. Mr. Matharu is, doing a fantastic development. He just spoke about it as a marquee development which is coming up. So one just needs to delve very deep into the product one is investing into. Because at the end of the day, the long-term value of your investment will only get unlocked if you've done that assessment in the right manner. The connectivity with the right roads, or how strong is the neighborhood, the potential of upside, all these are factors, which one should be mindful of when you are choosing the right product, whether it is a residential real estate asset or a commercial real estate. And of course, the third thing, which is a slightly cliched one, is the right location. So the likelihood of any individual's investment going wrong if all the 3 check boxes are ticked, I think are largely mitigated. Otherwise, there's always that 1% element where things can go wrong despite having done all your due diligence in the right manner.
But the factors, sir, that we talk about as far as policies are concerned, do you want to talk on that? How it can be integrated in the system, and how do you believe that kind of coordination is needed when it comes to policy implementation?
Real estate traditionally, historically, has always made money because of the policy, I would say, insider trading. So there is no part of this country where, developers earlier did not used to get the insight into policy. So policy does play an important role. But, as I said, it's about the future of real estate we're talking about. So policies have become rather transparent. So some of the policies which have come out in the past, let's talk about, for example, RERA part of it. Some of the policies which are today, letting you build highways across the country, but land is a problem in terms of acquisition, is also a policy, but it's got its bottlenecks also. So today, when you say land acquisition bill, though it is good for the, some of the members of the society, but it has also stalled some of the major projects which have taken some time to, see the light of the day once again. So there are, but the good thing is, government has realized that, policy as well as development has to go hand in hand. And the agenda of the government in last 10 years is definitely that, development is the key platform. Every part of the country today, irrespective of which government, which political party is there, they know that for them to be showing the results, they have to do work at the ground level. So there's only talk. We have to walk the talk actually. So policies, and that will be the hallmark. The good thing is we'll keep making better policies, making cleaner policies. So in every part of the society today, net zero is going to be the next big thing. We are aware that, environmental is key issue. So government is working very closely on that. So as I said, policies are a very important part of real estate development. And I think we should not be too much worried about that anymore, which used to be one of the, I would say, tools which people used to, depends on the part of the business you are at, make money or lose money,
Well, that's the kind of assurance that one needs when it comes to investment.
It is an assurance right now. I don't think you need it anymore. I think any builder across the country knows that, he is not living in a world of policy changes. If there is a change in the government or there is a change in the mindset, policies have, again, they've got decoupled with the government of the day actually.
And that's the word stability that we are looking for. But you've been talking about, when it comes to trends, what do you believe are the criteria that one needs to look forward to, especially when it comes to potential investment?
So customer should check out the background of the developer. I think that's most important, because, and also to ensure that he is investing with the right developer. Because in past, we have already seen so many developers could not fulfill their commitments. So I think that is one of the major decision making should be by the customer, that the kind of a credibility developer carries, the kind of an expertise of delivering the projects in past is quite very important role. And also the planning of the project, which is most important, that kind of a execution which he's planning, whether it is compatible or not, according to the conditions of the market and according to the flexibility in the opportunities in the market. So these are the things I think customers should be very, very conscious about. And we always ensure we are a part of we are kind of a channel partner to the customer who facilitate the transactions between the developers and the customers. So we play a vital role in that, educating them, making sure that we educate our customers that which way they have to invest, because sometimes customers get little greedy about the pricing, like this is little cheaper, why should I not invest here, why you're suggesting this project, this is slightly even expensive. So we always try to make them understand, see, yes, I think everything cheap is not good, right? If you wanted to have a quality, you have to, I think, spend a little more. So that's what we always prefer, and we always suggest our customers, be specific about the product, be specific about the brand you are investing, and do check before investing.
And real estate is a long-term investment, as you mentioned, sir. But even if we talk about, Mr. Jain was also talking about how regulatory bodies and developers that need to work in close coordination. Have you faced such kind of challenges, sir, before?
Not really. See, it's a different world you feel you're working in ever since, the law has come into place. The customer feels more protected, the developers feel more protected. The law requires mandated project registration, disclosure of project details, adherence to timelines. So I think it has done more good than creating any obstacles. Of course, see, anything will always have certain cons. So there are certain obstacles which come our way, like, there are state level variations and there are compliance burdens on the developers, which kind of mitigate the operational efficiency and the overall profitability of the project in some way. But I think it is for the larger good for all the stakeholders of this trade.
All right, that even sounds better, sir, but I have a difficult question now for you, sir. The vision. How do you foresee the future, sir?
At NAREDCO, I can tell you one thing very honestly. We got something called as the young blood. The children of the developers are coming into the business by choice. So that is one very strong sign that the future is very bright in real estate. But definitely, this business is there for the strong-hearted. There is not a dull day, there's never a dull moment. Anything can change tomorrow morning for multiple reasons. So, but when you have a matter of choice, so I know so many of our friends, whose kids are now becoming budding real estate professionals. Even my daughter is going to be one now. So definitely future is very bright. However, as I said, keep saying one thing. What is important is that, if you see some of the companies like DLF, Prestige, Godrej, how are they making money? They're not making money by their pricing is more than, let's say, price of the builder next door. But they're offering a transparency in the operations of being a listed company by ensuring that whatever they're talking about, they deliver. So their P multiples are huge, I'm told DLF and Prestige have P multiple to the extent of 100 and 131, which shows that, there are less players who are honest and, people can invest into them, and therefore their pricing is high. So I think future is something, we have to be very, very cognizant of the fact that whatever we have in India today, by the time we reach the levels of Europe, US, there are at least 100 times multiple there, So happy to be part of the business so far.
Well, it sounds optimistic to say yes. Sir, last comment to you. Market dynamics and the future question, of course, what it holds for in the real estate market.
I think market is being great in last 3 years, and we are very confident that market will stay very, very good for next couple of years because the demand and supply is quietly managed. There is a less supply coming into the markets. In some micro markets, yes, there is a excess of supply, but majority markets, the new launches are performing great. And considering the population, I think still there is a lot of scope in terms of market share. Considering the example with China having the similar population and considering the market size of Indian real estate, we're still, I think, little far and I think so far from there. So still we see there's a lot of scope in Indian real estate, which will be tier 2 cities are getting developed now, tier 3 cities are even started getting developed. So this market will keep on moving. Yes, there will be a time that market will be little stagnant, but yes, it will again rise. This is how the real estate been working for long now.
So far, the future looks bright when it comes to the real estate market. Thank you very much, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining in. A huge round of applause. And of course, we finished before time. Thank you. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very much. So we will be now waiting for that moment. Of course, I believe, yes, the day has been quite long for you. All right.
Thank you so much, Amita, and to our entire panel. Thank you for sharing such a rich range of anecdotes and insights from your personal as well as your professional journeys. And as Amita just mentioned, we are inching closer to unveiling our winners. And irrespective of who walks away with top honors tonight, we consider you all to be winners. There's an X factor to your work, your dedication, and your commitment to enabling and empowering the real estate sector to only reach higher heights. And with that, what I'd also like to mention is that all of you in this room have been a part of that contribution. So please do give yourselves a round of applause. Without you, efforts like this have no meaning. All right, so as I mentioned, we are here at the much-awaited award ceremony. And tonight we come together to celebrate the exemplary achievements of both organizations and individuals whose remarkable contributions can be felt across the real estate fraternity at large.
Oh, absolutely. And this is something that we've all been waiting for. Of course, the days have been long, but so without further ado, if I could please invite on stage versatile Indian actor and model we have with us, who has carved a niche for herself in the Indian entertainment industry with a captivating presence and widespread acclaim. Please welcome Ms. Jasmine Bhasin. Jasmine, please join us on stage to do the honors when it comes to felicitating some of the best of the Indian real estate here today. And if we could also invite and request Mr. Rohit Chadha, President and COO, Times Network, Shri Anand Kumar, Chairman of Delhi RERA, to likewise join us on stage to present these much anticipated awards. Welcome, gentlemen. Please do come up on stage.
Mr. Chadha, back on stage.
Well, the applause mustn't stop.
And if we can also have Shri Anand Kumar back on stage to join us in doing the honors. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe it's time we unveil our winners. So I'll start with the first award of the evening. And the first award of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, is for Luxury Project of the Year. It's a recognition of unparalleled excellence in architectural design and innovation. And the recipient in this category is Raheja Developers Limited for their groundbreaking project, Leela Sky Villas. I'd like to please invite Mr. Naveen Raheja, founder and chairman of Raheja Developers Limited, to please join us on stage to receive this prestigious honor. Naveen Raheja, who founded Raheja Developers, now manages projects that are worth upwards of $2 billion, ladies and gentlemen. It's no small feat. Do keep the applause coming, ladies and gentlemen, for Raheja Developers. Luxury Project of the Year. What an honor and what an incredible moment. Sorry.
Sometime before on the stage, I was talking about the tallest building of Delhi. So this Sky Villas is actually the project which is about twice taller than existing any of the buildings, whether NDMC Center or whether Vikas Minar, and about 2.6 times taller than Qutub Minar. Now I'll tell you what exactly the name of the project is. That's where I wanted to talk. The name of the project is actually Naveen Minar. My name is Naveen.
Yes, sir.
And the USP of the project I wanted to tell the audience and the country also. On 12th century AD, the India which was a real golden country and the richest on the globe with the highest GDP was taken over by invaders. And in celebration, and the invaders had done all the looting and bloodshed in this country. We have lived through 800 years after that. And to celebrate that bloodshed and victory over India, Qutub Minar was created by a foreigner, invader. The name was Qutub Minar. So that was the tallest structure which stood till now. And today, Naveen Minar, after 800 years in Delhi, is 2.6 times taller. It is not on the bloodshed. This is a slum redevelopment project. And it has given shelter to over 22,000 poor people. So I think, so this building is taller. Today we are in free India. And this is the symbol of
Absolutely, sir.
our freedom and victory of our country once again and coming back.
Absolutely, sir. Well deserved, sir. Well deserved, sir. Thank you very much. All right, let's move on now. Well, the next category this evening is the Excellence in Luxury Segment Homes, acknowledging the exemplary acknowledgement and the craftsmanship and the quality that has now been witnessed when it comes to luxury residential developments. And the awards, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Sire Homes Private Limited for their trailblazing contribution. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Vikas Bhasin, who is the Chairman and Managing Director of Sire Homes Private Limited, to receive this prestigious award. Please welcome, sir, on stage. Well, with over 2 decades of delivery experience, the company has delivered over 5.7 million square feet of luxury residential property in NCR. Well deserved, sir.
Let's have it, ladies and gentlemen, for Excellence in Luxury Segment Homes. Well, moving on to our next award category this evening, which is Excellence in Super Luxury Segment Home, which recognizes innovation and superior design in the luxury space. And the winner is, ladies and gentlemen, Smart World Developers. Please join me in welcoming Danish Wani on behalf of Mr. Vivek Singhal, CEO of Smart World Developers, to accept this incredibly prestigious honor. Thank you, sir. And the company has, of course, set new benchmarks entirely in professionalism, digital transformation, innovation, and customer centricity. Ladies and gentlemen, excellence in super luxury segment home.
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much, sir. Congratulations to you and your team. Thank you very much for taking out your time. Let's move on now, ladies and gentlemen, to our next category this evening, which is the excellence in living luxury homes. And the winner is a group that specializes in crafting living spaces that seamlessly blend practicality with luxury. This is Navraj Infratech. A huge round of applause for everyone. Please welcome Raman Chug on behalf of Navraj Infratech team to please approach the stage to accept this honor. Welcome, sir.
All right, well, we will move on to the next category. And the next category is Excellence in Luxury Segment Villas. And the award goes to Escon Infra Realtor. We extend our hearty congratulations to Mr. Chetan Sharma of Escon Infra Realtor. Thank you so much, Mr. Sharma. You've, of course, been instrumental in shaping Escon Infra Realtor into a beacon of innovation and reliability as a benchmark for the real estate sector. A proud moment, an incredible honor. Ladies and gentlemen, excellence in luxury segment villas. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hearty congratulations once again. And our next category this evening is Luxury Project of the Year, Noida. And the award goes to Arihant 1. Please welcome Ram Pratap Singh to join us on stage and please kindly accept this prestigious award. Arihant 1, of course, offers just 4 flats per floor with 4 elevators, having one of the best lift-to-apartment ratios across Noida Extension. Huge round of applause once more, ladies and gentlemen, and we applaud you for this incredible honor, sir.
Excellent, sir. Well deserved. Congratulations to you and your team, sir. Thank you very much for taking out your time. Let's move on to our next category this evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Developer of the Year in Luxury. And let's move on and talk about the winner this time, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for Bhutani Infra. Please welcome Mr. Ehsan Razad on behalf of Bhutani Group to approach the stage to accept this prestigious honor. From the luxurious projects to modern IT offices, Bhutani Group has left an indelible mark on Noida and Delhi NCR, setting up new standards with each endeavor. Bhutani Infra,
Developer of the Year in Luxury. A very special moment to be awarded amongst friends and colleagues. Treasure it. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And with that, we continue to salute titans in the real estate industry. And our next category this evening is Excellence in Prime Township Projects. And the winner is AIPL. And our hearty congratulations once again, sir. I ask that Mr. Saurabh Shankar Seth please come on stage to accept this incredibly prestigious honor, sir.
congratulations, sir, and to your team as well. It's been a pleasure having you with us here on stage. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. Let's move on and talk about our next category. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Excellence in Real Estate Consultancy and the award that goes to Invest2 Expert Advisors Private Limited. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Vishal Raheja, the Chairman and the MD of Invest2 Expert Advisors Private Limited, on stage to receive this esteemed accolade.
Over a decade of experience in real estate and BFSI, he's revolutionizing the industry with Invest2 Expert. Ladies and gentlemen, huge round of applause once more for excellence in real estate consultancy. And tonight, as I mentioned earlier, Meeta, we're celebrating the best in the business. And our next category is excellence in quality construction. And the winner is Saya Homes Private Limited. So if you could please invite Mr. Vikas Vaseem, Chairman and Managing Director of Saya Homes Private Limited, to accept this well-deserved honor on behalf of his entire team. Sir, we ask that you please join us on stage. Thank you for joining us and for doing the honors and partaking in this special moment of recognition. Excellence in quality construction, ladies and gentlemen.
Congratulations to you and your team. Thank you very much for taking out your time. Thank you very much. Well deserved. All right, next up. Next up is the exciting one. We talk about the Excellence in Commercial Project, and the very deserving recipient of this award is Uris Gateway. As we talk about, even when it comes to Spark Call, the GM Marketing, and Sandhya Sharma, AGM Strategy, to please join us on stage to receive the award. We talk about the group that has been quickly growing from one being the top real estate property developers in Delhi NCR to an organization which is well diversified in the fields of real estate, entertainment, hospitality, warehousing parks, and education. Please welcome.
Excellence in residential commercial project. Phenomenal. All right, thank you so much. And all right, let's move on to the next category, which is Excellence in Prime Commercial Project. And the winner is, once again, AIPL. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome Mr. Anil Pankaj Singh, VP of Corporate Leasing at AIPL, to kindly accept this award. A huge round of applause for our repeat winner this evening, ladies and gentlemen, AIPL.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well deserved, sir. Congratulations. All right, let's move on now. Next up, we present to you the Excellence in Premium Villa Kerala. And the award goes to, well, let's talk about the winner here. It is Titan Builders and Developers. Please welcome on stage A.K. Abbas, Director Operation, and A.K. Abbas also. He is Ashil K. Abbas, Director Marketing from Titan Builders and Developers team, to please join us on stage and accept this award. Congratulations. Well, right from a single realtor's vision, Titan Builders has evolved into a leading name in Kochi's real estate market over the past 3 decades. Congratulations to both of you, well deserved.
Excellence in Premium Villa Kerala. Thank you once more and congratulations on the esteemed honor. Thank you so much. And now moving forward to another exciting category, which is Excellence in Realty Portfolio Management. And the winner is 51 International. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Akshay Sardana, founder and CEO of 51 International, on stage to claim this award. Thank you so much, sir. Huge round of applause for your peers, ladies and gentlemen, who are walking away with top honors tonight.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. That's a great thing.
And a special accomplishment.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. Good to have you with us. Let's now move on to the next category, which celebrates trailblazing individuals. So this is exciting, Pooja. We talk about the category which is now for the excellence in women leadership in real estate. So with a double doctorate, 24 years of invaluable experience in real estate industry, we are thrilled to present this prestigious title to Dr. Ketkika Spekat. I ask you, ma'am, please to come up on stage to join us and accept this incredible honor. Congratulations, ma'am.
Women leadership in real estate. Ma'am, we applaud you and we salute your efforts and your trailblazing work. Wonderful. Thank you so much, ma'am. And our next category, ladies and gentlemen, is excellence in digital service provider.
Absolutely.
And GTF Technologies walks away with top honors, ladies and gentlemen. So I ask that Mr. Satish Singh, CEO of GTF Technologies, join us on stage and accept this award on behalf of his team.
Congratulations, sir. Welcome.
And GTF Technology, of course, incepts from Gurukul, the foundation, and it's a performance-driven digital media planning company located in the heart of New Delhi.
That's the excellence in digital service provider. Congratulations, sir. Well deserved. All right, let's move on now, because right from women achievers, we are moving on to young achievers, isn't it, Pooja? Let's talk about the saluting the real estate sector stalwarts. Our next category is the excellence in prime young achievers. And to give away the award, let's also talk about the winner on stage, it is the Apex Builders Limited, I beg your pardon, for delivering top-tier infrastructure solutions nationwide. Please welcome on stage Mr. Pankaj Agarwal, Managing Director of Apex Builders Limited, to receive this prestigious recognition. Welcome, sir.
A special moment, an incredible honor. It's our privilege to celebrate you. All right, another huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, thank you, Mr. Kumar. We ask that you please join us in the audience. Jasmine and Rohit do, however, continue to remain with us, and we'd also now like to please invite Shri Hariji Babu, President of NAREDCO, who you heard from earlier, to come on stage and please help present our next set of awards, sir. All right, our next category is Top Township Above 250 Acres, and the award goes to Central Park. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Amarjeet Bakshi, Marketing Head, and Mr. Karan Arora from Central Park to the stage to accept this highly coveted award.
Wonderful, sir. Congratulations to you and your team. All right, let's move on. And we talk about the category which is the Integrated Township of the Year, and the winner this time, ladies and gentlemen, is the M2K County for their groundbreaking ideas, bold initiatives, and unwavering commitment to innovation. I would want to invite Dr. Vishesh Rawat, Vice President Sales and Marketing at M2K County, to please join us on stage and accept this honor.
Integrated Township of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. What an honor. What an honor. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Rawat.
Congratulations.
Now, the next category we recognize tonight is Top Residential Sector Hospitality. And the award goes to Central Park St. Jerome. Let's please welcome back repeat winner, Mr. Amarjeet Bakshi, Marketing Head, and Mr. Karan Arora, to accept this incredibly prestigious accolade.
Congratulations once again to you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, to earn top honors in multiple categories is no small feat.
I hope you'll be having a celebration tonight, sir. Congratulations to you and your team. All right, let's move on now to the next category, which is the iconic developer of the year, Metro. And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, is Smart World Developers. We would like to invite on stage Mr. Vivek Singhal, the CEO of Smart World Developers, on stage to receive this award on behalf of Smart World Developers team. Welcome, sir.
Iconic Developer of the Year, Metro. What a special moment. Thank you so much, sir. And with that, we move on to our next category. And we present Iconic Residential Project of the Year, Amita. And that award goes to Sam India Abhimanyu Housing. So please join me in welcoming representatives of Sam India Abhimanyu Housing on this very stage to accept this esteemed accolade.
Well, let's keep the applause running. They are top leaders in their respective fields.
That's right, an iconic residential project of the year.
All right. Well, Mr. Babu, thank you for your all being there on stage as well. It's a lot inviting when it comes to all of our winners there to see you on stage with us. Let's also talk about the Real Estate Developer of the Year, which is Delhi NCR. Yes, the very deserving winner is Sire Homes Private Limited. I welcome Mr. Vikas Bhasin, Chairman of the Managing Director of Sire Homes Private Limited, to join us on stage and receive this prestigious recognition. Congratulations to you again, sir.
Sire Homes has walked away with top honors in multiple categories this evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's very special. Lovely. Lovely to capture this moment with all our incredibly deserving winners. And with that, we move on to our next winner in the category, Excellence in Upcoming Project of the Year. And that award goes to Kanodia Group Real Estate. So if I can please invite Mr. Gautam Kanodia, Managing Director of Kanodia Group Real Estate, to accept this very coveted award in front of industry peers. Sir, kindly do come on stage and do the honors. All right, and with a focus on delivering quality products and services, Kanodia Group, as you know, has evolved into a trusted name across the business landscape, pan-India. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Excellence in Upcoming Project of the Year.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations once again, sir.
All right, let's move on now. We honor the top facility management company of the year, and the winner is Abante Integrated Management Services Private Limited. We ask that Mr. Arvind Kumar, the CEO of Abante Integrated Management Services Private Limited, to please join us on stage, sir. Please do welcome you on stage. Congratulations to you and your team. Well, with a strong focus on quality, on innovation, on efficiency, the group itself has been committed to delivering world-class services to its clients. Well deserved.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Top Facility Management Company of the Year. And Amita, we're going to move on now to acknowledge Excellence in Business Development.
Absolutely.
And that award goes to Dhani Group. So can I please ask Mr. Ankur Arora, Vice President of Dhani Group, to please join us on stage to accept this incredible honor. Mr. Ankur Arora has, of course, played an instrumental role in launching numerous prestigious residential and commercial projects across the country. Excellence in business development, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, sir. We're so fortunate to be a part of this moment.
Congratulations, sir. All right, moving on to our next category, and this is very interesting, Pooja, because this is something that we talk about is excellence in hotel and resort design. And this highly prestigious award goes to Design Accord Consultants. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Vipul Singh, Managing Director of Design Accord Consultants, on stage to accept this incredible honor.
Excellence in hotel and resort design. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your trailblazing work. And our next category this evening, Amita, is Excellence in Real Estate Consultancy Commercial. All right, and the winner is X Capital India, ladies and gentlemen. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Akash Deep, Managing Director of X Capital India, on stage to accept this prestigious honor, sir. Excellence in Real Estate Consultancy Commercial. A niche category, but you have certainly made your presence felt.
Congratulations, sir. Well, it's an honor to have you with us here on stage, sir. Thank you very much and congratulations to you. Now we move on, ladies and gentlemen, to the category of Excellence in Aluminium Formwork Manufacturing. And the award goes to Eins Technique Private Limited for revolutionizing the aluminium formwork manufacturing sector with consistent, unparalleled achievements. Let's welcome on stage Mr. Ankit Gaur, MD, Eins Technique, to accept this prestigious honor.
And up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Innovation in Housing Design. And this award goes to none other than Robin Mataru, Director, Design and Quality at San Verdante and Renu Robin Design. Sir, I ask that you please join us back on stage to kindly accept this incredibly prestigious award. Innovation in Housing Design, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been absolutely inspiring to hear from you, sir. Congratulations to you. Well deserved.
It's an honor to share the platform with you, sir, and we thank you once again for all that you do.
All right, coming up next, another interesting one, Pooja. Well, I have to talk about when it comes to the Best Interior Design Institute Award, and let's welcome on stage the winner. It is JD Institute of Fashion Technology. We welcome Ms. Rupal, who is the Managing Director of JD Image Promotions Limited and Managing Trustee of R.C. Dalal Education at the Trust, on stage to accept this special honor. Well, breaking barriers since 36 glorious years, the Institute has been a beacon of empowerment since its inception. Always happy to see women leaders on stage.
Now it's coming down to our last few awards of the night, ladies and gentlemen. So now we'd like to acknowledge pioneering excellence in luxury senior living. And this incredibly special honor goes to Eden Retirement Living Private Limited. So we ask Mr. Sanjeev Vora, Managing Director, to please approach the stage and accept this esteemed award, sir. And so we're incredibly honored to simply recognize your dedication in creating such a wonderful community for seniors around the country. Pioneering excellence in luxury senior living, ladies and gentlemen.
Congratulations, sir. That's a very noble cause that you're working for.
It takes a special vision.
Absolutely. All right, let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, we present Excellence in Marketing Strategic Realty Sector, and the award goes to One Extel Communication Media for redefining communication and shaping perceptions with innovation and excellence. Please join us on stage, Mr. Ejaz Rizvi, Director, One Extel Communication Media, on stage to accept this honor.
Excellence in Marketing Strategic Realty Sector. All right, and with that, our journey of excellence continues with our next category, and the category is Excellence in Promoter and Contractor. And this coveted title goes to Invest Vedya Infratech Private Limited. Our heartiest congratulations. If I could request that Mr. Ved Prakash from Invest Vedya Infratech, please join us on stage to accept this incredible honor. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Excellence in Promoter and Contractor.
Congratulations to you, sir, and your team. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, well, we are almost down for the night. This is the final award. The announcement that we are making is in the category of Excellence in Luxury Modern Living Project of the Year. And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, is Ganga Realty. If you asked Mr. Mohit Garg, MD, Ganga Realty, to please approach the stage to accept this grand honor. Welcome, Mr. Garg. All right, congratulations to all of the winners, well deserved, all of you. Thank you very much for taking out your time. But before we let you go, we would like to invite all of our winners, please to come on stage for a group photo op. All of our winners, please.
Right. So all of our winners in the audience, please bring your trophies with you. We want to capture this special moment. Please do keep the applause going, ladies and gentlemen. It's wonderful to be recognized, especially so when it happens in front of your peers from the industry. This is decades of blood and sweat, vision and determination that brings you here tonight, and we want to capture this moment.
Mr. Seth, I would request you to come back on stage with us, Vice President Sales, AIPL, I beg your pardon, to please come back on stage with us and also be a part of all of the winners who are the leaders in their respective field. It will be an honor to have you back with us on stage, sir. Mr. Seth.
Can we have our speakers, our dignitaries, our sponsors, our partners, everyone that's been a part of this effort, kindly do join us on stage and have your moment. We want to treasure the moment by way of a memory in the form of a photograph. So we could please have everyone that's been a part of this incredible effort join us on stage. And let's celebrate your accomplishments. All right. All right. And we've had the entire team up here, but now we want to have a photo up with simply our winners. And I'd also like to personally extend our gratitude to Jasmine Basin for gracing us with her presence tonight. And we'd like to take a picture with only the winners. So request our presenters and our dignitaries to please take their seats so that we can proceed with the winner photo op. Just the winners, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your trophies with you. All right.
Winners back, please.
Just the winners, ladies and gentlemen. If there's a trophy in your hand, we want you on stage. Yes. Yes. Look at this glorious lineup of 35 winners from all over the country, ladies and gentlemen.
I think we can muster some of that last strength when it comes to giving a big round of applause to all of the winners. They are well deserved.
They are setting new benchmarks for the industry at large.
All right. I believe Mr. Mohit Garg from Ganga Realty is with us right here. Please do welcome you, sir, on stage. Of course, you're a winner, and we need to also recognize your contributions.
So kindly please do join us when we congratulate you for your accomplishments. Please. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for those who are walking away victorious tonight.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you for taking out your time. Congratulations to each one of you. Well deserved. Well deserved. All right.
All right, so if we could take the opportunity to please have Mr. Rohit Chadda join us back on stage to deliver the closing remarks and the vote of thanks this evening. Mr. Chadda, over to you.
Thank you. No, I managed. Yeah, I managed. So as we come to the close of the conclave, I'd like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for your participation and engagement throughout this event. Today we have seen remarkable discussions and insights into the future of real estate industry, heard from visionary leaders, and recognized the outstanding contributions of various stakeholders in shaping the landscape of real estate. Congratulations once again to all our award winners. Your hard work, innovation, and dedication to excellence have set new benchmarks in the industry. I would also like to thank our sponsors, partners, and our team at Times Network for their invaluable support in making this event a grand success. As we conclude, let us take the insights and connections gained here to drive the future of real estate towards greater sustainability, innovation, and inclusivity. Thank you once again for being part of this memorable event. Have a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you at our next conclave. Good night.
All right, well, that brings the ET Realty Conclave and Awards to a close. But before we close, I want to re-acknowledge our partners in this effort.
Let's do that. As far as acknowledging our partners, presenting partner, OneX Telecommunication Media, powered by Irons Technique Industry Knowledge Partner, NAREDCO, Indian Institute of Interior Designers, Delhi Regional Chapter, the Indian Institute of Architects. Let's talk about also the associate sponsor, Invest2Expert.com, Demology and Primex Media Services, publicity partner, Vigor Media Worldwide, gifting partner, Shehnaz Hussain, and outdoor media partner, Heights Group.
But we especially want to thank all of you because you've been an incredibly warm, well-informed, welcoming audience. And we ask that you please do join us for dinner, ladies and gentlemen. Have a lovely evening. See you next year.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great evening. Thank you very much.
All right. Done.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please do move towards the bar. It's at the back of the hall. The bar is open. Dinner is served in the room next door. Please do enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much for being here.